Alright. Alright. I don't care if the intro goes interrupted, goes glitchy, but we're gonna start immediately.
So long as the audience thinks that seeing is believing, there's no limit to the number of tricks I can pull off.
Alright, Linnae, thank you for the introduction. Anyways, yeah, you can see here I have Linnae. Anyways, hello everybody, this is Simple Life Boy here, and today in this stream, past stream, we are now going to continue we're now going to continue the Archon quest of Fontaine. We're already at Act 2, yep. And I'm very sorry that I'm pretty late. I like the part 1. I started earlier in 10:30 p.m. but now it's like 11:20 p.m. So better change my party. So I have it level up Linnae and Lynette. Planning to get Feminae, you know, if I have the pulls. Not pretty sure this is gonna be the anniversary of Genshin Impact, probably, right? Nah, it's alright. I don't fucking care about the rewards. Just give me Feminae and I'll be happy. Alright, what's Traveler's Party? God. Oh, this is bad. This is a bad one. Surely there's no boss fight or anything, so yeah, I'm just gonna let this explore. Okay? It's alright. Everything's going to be fine. Alright, let's act. Why did I miss one teleport waypoint there? Now who cares? Alright, let's immediately start the Archon quest. Yep, right there. And it's teleport immediately. So you can watch my previous stream if you want to see the exploration of Fontaine. I don't know. I don't know if this local legend is still alive. So it's apparently another local legend that I haven't beat. Probably I haven't explored. Probably around these like mysterious summoning circles one. So I think that's gonna be placed. But I'm just gonna do it. Probably, you know, future streams. Yeah. Right. Alright then. So we're in a hotel. So of course I didn't enter this hotel because as you can see the Archon quest will immediately start.
I came here several times with my father when I was little, but stopped eating here as often after growing up. I hope the food here will be to your taste.
Okay, the first taste of Fontaine cuisine. So anyways, here it goes. We have Taylor Swift right over here. So she helped us investigate the Linnae and Lynette's case, and so what happened in the past 2 videos, in the past Archon quest, past Archon quest, that the Traveler gave a cold shoulder to Linnae and Lynette because she found out that they are part of the Fatui organization. So not entirely like they are part, like they are like the Fatui, but they're like related to the Fatui organization. They grew up in an orphanage called the House of Earth, which is owned by Archelino. And yeah, the Lynette in its case, we have a very Detective Conan style, not Detective Conan, very deep understanding on the judge trial mechanic here in this game. So probably it's going to be an event exclusive question, but it's actually pretty cool. So I do believe that there's going to be one of these, so alright. Enough talk, enough recap, let's absolutely go.
In that case, I'll go order for us first. Please wait here a moment.
Alright, Miss Taylor Swift. Yeah, I'm just gonna call her Taylor Swift.
Ooh, everything looks so good. Why, of
Shut
course.
up.
Go ahead,
Shut up.
Try whatever you like. If the food's good, I'll make a group reservation for the rest of Spina di Rosula next time. And if it's not, well,
Yeah, you need to talk to each other.
Then I'll still bring everyone. Albeit with only 1 dish per table. Yeah! Oh, we called this a farewell meal, but we could also treat it like a victory feast, right? We did just win that case after all.
Yeah, it's certainly worth celebrating. It was a pleasure working with you.
Oh, true. Very true. In that case, boss, we'll have another 2 dishes. Huh? Paimon didn't mean that you had to order even more food.
Now, probably Paimon's a very gluttonous person, so
Speaking of cases,
she'll definitely...
do you think that the mastermind behind the serial disappearances will get caught soon now that this has all happened? Well,
Okay, now we're up in this one.
We've certainly taken a big step forward, but I feel that's about it. We know that there's an organization that means to dissolve these young women, but we still don't know what they are really after.
Like, holy fuck.
If it hadn't happened right in front of us, Paimon wouldn't have ever believed that a person could be dissolved like that.
Yeah, like two like on-screen murders happened in probably like first time seeing it. Yeah, two first time on-screen murders were actually not in a brutal way, but also in a dark way, you know. In a shocking way, actually.
It was
explain.
because this was such a preposterous notion that the investigation could never really move forward before. Ugh. If only that guy... In such investigations, even the smallest step can seem like a yawning chasm if the trail of clues is cut off. To be honest, I don't have high hopes for any follow-up that the authorities might conduct. It's not that I don't have faith in their ability. It's just that a different perspective is required in some matters. It's easy to guard against and deceive a single narrow perspective. A shift in thinking is required at such times in order to produce a breakthrough.
Yeah, pretty true. Like, holy fuck. Furina, the Hydro Archon, is literally like a Twitter. Like, using imaginative accusations and then letting all the people be proud of her, you know, way of thinking. And of course, you know, it's really a very decisive battle because last Archon quest, despite all the evidence we can gather, there will still some like gather up all the evidences that will turn against us. So it's a really challenging part. But holy fuck, but all I can say about the Hydro Archon is she only uses accusations, imaginative accusations like that.
Which is exactly why the Spina di Rosula exists. Those highfalutin folk are not all-knowing. That's why we exist. To seep into the cracks where filth falls through, where their watch fails them. That's the kind of problems we solve.
Seems Paimon thought things were simpler than they actually are.
It's all right. Well, this was supposed to be a farewell meal, so I doubt you have further interest in this business, right? Let's talk about something else. Like, what are your future plans?
Well, originally we only wanted came here because wanted to ask the Hydro Archon for some information, but haven't much opportunity to do so.
That's true. We didn't have a chance to speak to her after the trial ended.
I see. So, your primary objective, which has been foiled so far, was to
Damn,
have a
her hair is so
Hydro
long.
Archon. I've heard that there's a long line of people waiting to meet Lady Farina. I suspect you'll be waiting for quite a while, considering that you missed your chance today.
Yeah, we've heard that she's super pop.
Well, would you consider some more, unique ways? Perhaps even methods of, let's say, questionable legality?
Guess that's Spina di Rosula's boss for you.
Well, one way would be to infiltrate a performance troupe at the Opera House, only to abandon your act at the play's climax and ask to speak to her after the performance. I'm sure Lady Farina would be eager to see the ending, and would agree in order to finish watching the play. Don't you think?
Could you suggest something a little more practical? This plan seems pretty hard to pull off. We'd have to go learn...
All right, here's another. Find a way to conceal yourselves under her bed. Then, wake her up in the dead of night and demand answers. Don't let her go back to sleep until she answers all your questions.
Well, that's kind of weird.
I can personally testify that this one works. When I'm sleepy, I'll do anything as long as I can finally get some sleep.
That might work, but that's not really the problem. The problem is, we don't want to get ourselves arrested.
Like, literally, we got arrested for, like, the past nation.
Valid point. I overlooked that part. I was just thinking about leveraging a person's desire for sleep.
How can you overlook something like that?
All right, no more joking around. Perhaps you could... Oh, I don't know. Cut the line when she's on a break. You did defeat her in court, clearing citizens of hers from false accusations. False accusations she had nearly upheld personally. I imagine that she feels quite ashamed about the whole thing.
You mean that if we catch her while she's on a break, she might be too embarrassed to refuse? Oh, that does make some sense.
It's worth a try. Will some of her personality really feel shame?
Why don't we give it a try after this meal? You know, strike while the iron...
Huh? Paimon, did you drink my Fanta?
Was
No, it's fine.
Alright. Honestly, Paimon wouldn't recommend Fonta anyway. It
You.
tastes kind of salty and icky.
Well,
Is that so? Huh. Well, in that case, we'll have to blacklist
I-
the Fonta here then.
I thought it's supposed to be like a wine
If
though.
we're all finished eating, then I'll...
Yeah, we're stuck.
Alright. Hmm? Hmm?
Oh, so
Oh, okay.
full. Paimon can barely float anymore.
I mean, you could try walking, you know. But probably floating a little lower.
Nah, that would be so normal. You know, like
What?
Okay.
Huh?
As for
What?
expenses this month, we're...
You can experience it.
With...
hey, Navia, what are you doing over there?
Oh, nothing. It was just a meal, you know? Nothing the Spina di Rosula can't cover.
Uh-oh. Seems that feeling sauce for her. Spinning spicy meal all thanks to Paimon. Uh-oh. Looks like she's having hidden financial problems despite her elegant appearance.
Let's get ready to try to meet the Hydro Archon again. Bye, Navia!
So this is goodbye, huh?
Aww.
Well, if you do encounter any other trouble in Fontaine, you're always welcome to contact the Spina di Rosula.
Damn, she really
I'll give
is.
your request the highest priority. In any case, I wish you smooth sailing. I'll see you again, partner.
See ya!
See ya. A slight rain falls without reason. That's definitely the title of this update. Go to the Fontaine Plaza in front of the Opera House. Oh, okay. Damn. Holy fuck, that's actually pretty far. Yeah, despite my exploration, I didn't explore much of the underwaters. Okay, so I can actually explore. Alright. Surely nothing can go wrong this time. Surely she's not gonna go in a tantrum mode just because she's defeated. You know, she really is kind of like an egotistical, to be honest.
There aren't many people around anymore. Looks like that boat we took to Aranias might have been the last one.
Vache.
Ah, here we go. What do you want?
Looks like we're back here again. Huh? Traveler? Are you hearing voices again?
Yeah, and it's clear that it was during the day.
That's kind of spooky. Are you sure we don't want to come back in the morning?
Vache.
Vache?
Vache.
Vache.
Hey, why are you still walking towards it? There might be something nasty in the water.
I can feel strong emotions. Things are...
Huh? Hang on.
Oh, come on, that's not fair.
It's calling for Vache, right? Hey, traveler,
Oh,
stop walking. Come on, wake up.
ah. What happened? Bruh. Oh, Shani! What's this?
Vache. Are you my dear Vache?
Oh, hey, we have an Oshanid here.
No, wait. You seem to be someone else. Do you know Vache? Do you know where my love is?
I'm afraid not, lady.
I'm... Wait. Who am I?
Oh.
I'm very sorry. I fear I do not know. My memories feel like they have been washed away like a flood. So many fragments dissolved amidst the tide. Never could be recovered. How much have I lost? How many things that I once held dear while on land have I since forgotten?
So you were once a human? I mean, we did encounter a human turned Oshanid, you know, in the past event, Traveler. You remember Idia? Like, bro, that's like the definite proof that the folklore are, what I've called them again, yeah. The folklore are human once, and then turned into Oceanid.
Yes, that is what I was once. But now, I am but the consciousness of one who is lost, therefore.
So you lost your
I
form.
do not know how I came to be like this either. I only vaguely remember being covered in light blue water, and then all grew dim.
Light blue water. Could that have been... she be the one of the girls who were dissolved? Oh, what?
I also remember going to many places. I loved adventure, loved exploring places of peril. No matter where I went, Vacher would go with me. I knew how dearly he loved me. And I also loved him equally as much. But now, we can no longer go back.
Oh, there's a rainbow.
The pain of such parting. I never knew how heavy it could be.
So you need to find him.
No. Our reunion no longer has any meaning.
Oh.
There is no way for us to create any new memories. The thought of me gives him no succor. So let it lie forgotten beneath the waters.
Oh, so she knows that he's already
If
dead.
you meet Vacher, tell him not to look for me. Tell him to move on. That is the only thing I still remember.
I believe it will be hard for him to forget you.
Perhaps that is so. As I was submerged in the waters,
Losing consciousness.
losing consciousness, I saw Vacher above the surface. His eyes were filled with such sorrow, such longing.
So they became part of Fontaine's waters?
If only I could have comforted him. Told him that I did not suffer. Indeed, I had felt a great warmth.
So that means that Vacher was a witness to the fact that you
Is
dissolved.
that what you call it? Dissolving. If anything, I consider it a form of release. It was a state of neither fear nor frenzy, with only an endless peace, like the water's still surface. I could also liken it to being a thirsty person who drinks water for the first time, and only then sees how they have lived for so long in a world of endless want and anxiety.
So it seems that after the body is dissolved, some measure of the consciousness still remains.
I think I hear your companion. It's time for you to go, I think.
Aww, is that Paimon? Oh, what?
Farewell, then. I am glad that you were able to sense my presence. Remember, if you see Vacher, tell him not to seek me out any longer.
Okay. Whoa. Oh god! Whoa! What is happening? What's happening? Oh my god! Whoa, what happened here? There you go, Geo Claymore. She's using the white blind.
Look out!
What the hell is happening? Ouch. Yeah, I still recall.
It's a whole army of Gardamex.
Guardian. Chlorine.
Chlorand?
God, I'm trying to pronounce it as chlorine. Oh! The Iron Sword! She's an elemental mastery.
Quick, now's our chance!
Okay. Sheesh! Iron Sting, baby! I hope she's an elemental mastery user. Damn! Oh, love that gun. Sword and gun combat. Sheesh. Claymore and sword. Damn, holy fuck, she's badass.
I should thank you for lending us your sword there, Chlorand.
Chlorand?
But before I do so, could you
Chlorand?
explain how you managed to show up here?
I followed you. It seemed to me that danger has followed you more closely as of late.
I believe that following someone without their knowledge is actually called stalking, is it not?
Mr. Callus's last wish was for me to ensure your safety, and I will not betray his trust. He would do the same, were he alive today.
Cloran. So that's gonna be. God damn it! Her name is gonna pronounce chlorine.
Do not speak of my father.
Oh.
Sorry, demoiselle. I was not strong enough.
Thank you for your aid, Miss Cloran, but do keep an
Cloran.
eye out for your manner of speech. I believe we all wish to avoid unnecessary emotional harm.
Sorry, I did not consider your feelings.
Whatever. What else do you know? How did you come to the conclusion that I'd be in grave danger?
I doubt I know much more than you. But I believe that the mastermind behind the serial disappearances is very powerful. Your performance tonight will almost certainly attract their attention.
I'm sure they've known about me. To be honest, I'm shocked it's taken them this long to act against me.
Okay, so this chapter will focus on Navia.
And what about these Gardamex? I thought only those associated with the Maison Gardiennage could control them.
Maison
None of these
Gardiennage.
mecha have serial numbers. I was sure to check a moment ago. They are not the ones used by the authorities to enforce the law.
See, illegal.
I can only conclude that some powerful or wealthy party must have obtained them via illegal means, deploying them as a private force of sorts.
What? Your point being that they're out of Spina di Rosula's league, then?
Yes. Be careful, and do not act rashly.
I will continue investigating no matter what. We will bring the truth to light. That's my father's true last wish. Regardless, thank you for your help today, Clarant. But if you get any ideas, tell me first. I don't much appreciate being followed.
I do not think that they'll strike again anytime soon. So I shall stop following you. Good day, all.
Aw. Okay.
Right. I suppose that's the best news we've gotten today.
Demoiselle, I believe that Miss Cloran was being sincere with you. If we tried, we could attempt to thaw relations a little.
I know, she's...
What the fuck just happened? Who's that?
Oh, thank goodness! I thought we were done for! Those Gardamex came out of nowhere while you were unconscious, and Nadia and her gang saved us! Oh, and there was that champion duelist named Florent who came out to save us too! We got lucky there. Paimon probably couldn't have fought them off otherwise.
Wait, what? Okay, thanks for the rescue, Navia.
Now, forget all that polite talk. That wasn't really a farewell meal we had back there. Not for me, anyway.
I didn't not give
I hope
credit
that
for me.
every meal we have together shall be a victory feast. As such, we're still partners. There's no need to thank me.
It will take 50 years for me to match Demoiselle's magnanimity.
If it were me, I would have joined the Spina di Rosula on account of her
Spina di
goodwill.
Rosula.
All right, you two. That's enough.
Actually, Navia, how did you know that we were in danger? You sure did show up in the nick of time.
Well, to be honest, you're the one who tipped us off, Paimon.
Huh?
Hmm?
Really? Paimon can trip.
Yes, all thanks to you grabbing my drink by mistake. After we parted ways, I was on the way back to one of our bases when I suddenly thought of what you said, that the Fanta tasted kind of salty and icky.
Wait, do you mean that? I didn't think as well, but I couldn't be sure.
Fanta only comes in sweet flavors. So
Ah,
how could it have tasted salty? The color of the drink, if I recall, had also been a bit off.
So the Fanta had been spiked with water from the primordial sea?
Yes. So if you hadn't drunk that cup for me...
she's been assassinated.
Spina di Rosula is preparing the grandest of awards for you as we speak for saving the boss.
Okay, so only the people. Okay, I'm still confused. So only the people from Fontaine will get dissolved by the water, and since the Lily-Ann from Mondstadt did not dissolve because she's not from Fontaine. Yeah, because she did not dissolve because of Fontaine, and now we are here. The two of us did also not dissolve because we are not from anywhere. You know. Am I getting it right?
Really?
Fortunately, Paimon neither was from
I
Fontaine.
sent people to Hotel de Boer to investigate. But whoever did this left no trace at all.
Okay, so I think I'm going to have a confirmation. So only the people of Fontaine will get dissolved.
That's when I figured out that you might be in danger, and hurried here as quickly as I could.
But why would they go after us too? Oh we did was defend Lenny in court and help clear his name. Ugh, now we're caught up in this mess too, aren't we?
God damn it! We only want to ask where my brother is.
Well, you did foil a plan that they were probably pretty proud of, and almost got their name in the process. Speaking of which, did anything strange happen when you drank the primordial seawater?
Well, it can't be coincidence that the traveler fainted just now. She said that she heard that voice calling for Vache again. Oh, and this time Paimon heard it too. But it was real faint. Does this situation have to do with the primordial seawater then?
According to Lynette, the ability to hear voices like that has to do with one's sensitivity to the hydro element.
Does that mean the primordial seawater raises someone's sensitivity to hydro when it's used on people who are not from Fontaine?
I mean, she also got dissolved, you know, the Oceanid one, but her consciousness still lingers.
That doesn't sound like too much of a bad thing, to be honest.
Oh, by the way, I also gave you intel.
While you were out cold?
Yep.
Well, let's hear it, shall we?
So, the voice in the fountain belonged to one of the missing women. A person named Vache was a witness when she dissolved.
That is important.
And blah blah blah.
Vache. That name doesn't ring a bell. I suppose he hasn't stepped forward as a witness in court lately. Since he saw that young woman dissolve, he was at least at the crime scene. But he never gave testimony or any information regarding people dissolving in the primordial seawater.
Yeah.
Could he have been threatened?
If he's still alive, we shall try searching for him.
Thank you. This is very important information indeed. We will continue to investigate.
Well, we have no other choice. By we, you mean us too, right?
Oh, you mean you'll help us investigate?
I mean, I have no other choice.
Well, you did say that our farewell meal didn't really count. That means we're still partners, right? And besides, we're in this now whether we like it or not. You're not gonna let those people who targeted us get off the hook so easily, are you, traveler?
Yeah, messing with us will cost them.
Demoiselle, do try not to look quite so pleased. You are the face of Spina di Rosula, after all.
You talk too much. Well, in that case, let's head back to one of our bases, shall we? I'll arrange accommodations for you. We also have some plans to go over, and hopefully we can deepen our bonds as partners. But we'll take that one step at a time, I guess.
Don't worry, you two. With us
Alright. What? Okay, I don't know what I just said. Okay, so I guess the basement is the Poisson that they actually got into while exploring. Ooh. Okay. First one, come back up. Alright. So, yep. Oh! It's actually not yet. Because you know when I was exploring the Poisson basement actually mentions Spina dorsal. So maybe it's actually one of their main bases, but let's see. What's this?
It's right up ahead, but let's make sure we weren't followed first.
Wait, is this the entrance of the underground?
been keeping watch, Demoiselle. I haven't spotted anyone.
Very good.
I shall find rooms for...
Thank you, Malus. Now, let's continue.
Okay. So this is the place of... This is the underground place? Yo! Why didn't expect that? So they're actually here all along. Never thought this was gonna be an Archon quest to actually get us in here. Alright, let's jump. Ooh. Jesus.
Maybe I wasn't meant for this world.
Oh, okay. Whoa. Yep. Here we go. Down under. Huh. Yes, Tenchi. Yeah, this is a really deep underground base, let me tell you that. Is it just me or the trumpet just got distorted sounds? There are children here? Well, you know, there's some animals here. Even the cat! I wonder what these are for. Oh, I can't have the activate. Wow. Land of corroded shadows and tainted currents. Alright, let's add this to my thumbnail. Or probably other ways. But yeah. That's for my thumbnail, baby. Surely there's some shop here. Legal advisor. Oh. You're an attorney? Well, I wish I could become a champion duelist. Not that happening in this life, I reckon. I can't fight. Like, I really can't. I'm the type who can knock herself on the head with a seed sword. With the talent I do have, that's searching. As long as the case details are clear, I can quickly find all the relevant legal causes. Huh. You could team up with John Fit. Oops. Oh, okay. This is an underground hotel. Oh, they even have a logo.
So,
They even have a restaurant.
this is your base?
Your accommodations have been arranged. Under the present circumstances, I can confidently say it's
Okay.
the best we have.
Thank you. So much for my recommendations.
Well, our funds have been a little tight lately. After all, we don't allow illegal or unethical profiteering. In fact, our funds often come from citizenry who support us.
Ah, I see. The typical resistance group.
Seems like it's tough times for everyone. But if you have the support of the people, that does sound like it's worth it.
To be honest, our financial situation was a lot better back when my father was in charge a few years ago. I'm afraid I'm not quite his equal.
Your father.
Demoiselle, if you'll allow me...
No. I'll explain it myself. I suppose my father's name is Callus. Yes, the same one they call Callus the Unfaithful in the streets. 3 years ago, he was accused of murdering his own friend. But he chose a duel to defend his honor instead of standing trial. He died in the duelist's ring.
Oh no.
But I do not believe my father was a murderer. I'm sure he was set up. At the time, I believed that if he only stood trial and was duly investigated, something amiss would crop up and prove his innocence. But strangely, he not only requested the duel himself, but rumor has it that even after being seriously injured, to the point where he could be deemed as having lost the duel, he refused to surrender, determined to die in the arena. 3 years later, I still don't understand why he did that. How could he protect his honor if he's dead? If anything, he gave up his chance to defend himself.
Do you have any clues as to why?
The closest piece of info I have is that my father had been investigating the serial disappearances case at the time of his death.
Ah, so
That's right. I've also tried to investigate the murder my father was implicated
So
in.
her father's connected.
I haven't found a single new clue in my countless reviews of the investigation records. However, I believe that if the murder case is related to those behind the disappearances, they must know something. I must know what really happened. Was my father coerced? Framed? Even if he really did kill his friend, I must get to the truth. If only he'd been more open with me when he was still alive. He even hid the fact that my mother died due to complications when giving birth to me. And now, here I am investigating his death. You really are a handful, aren't you, Papa?
Seeking the truth for the sake of your family. You know, we're quite alike in this regard.
Mademoiselle, please.
I also will never believe that Master Callus murdered anyone. Master Callus did so much good in life, yet even our supporters decreased greatly due to that incident, hence our strained finances at present.
wait. If Callus was such a good man...
No. Perhaps people just revel in that kind of drama.
Yeah.
It's not something exclusive to people from Fontaine, really. Everyone's like that.
Damn. So they're really immediately believing that everything's happening at the trial, whether they were accused or not. Holy fuck.
People love watching the evil turn over a new leaf, but they also enjoy watching good people fall into an abyss from one slip-up just as much.
But how could... never mind.
There is one other thing. Master Callus's opponent in the duel was Ms. Cloran.
Oh, now we know why they have a strained relationship.
Oh. Her? Well, then... isn't that as good as saying that she was the one who killed him?
No wonder the mood was a little strange between the two of you.
That's not the sort of...
Miss Cloran has always placed great emphasis on the honorable nature of the duel. If her opponent doesn't yield, she will not stop either. She knew Master Callus beforehand and greatly respected him, but seeing how he was resolute in the arena, there was only ever one choice she could have made.
It's not that I don't understand her at all, but I just can't deal with this yet.
Don't worry, Navia.
Afterward, Miss Cloran told us that at the start of the duel, Master Callus requested that she ensure Demoiselle Navia's safety.
So it really did feel like he wanted to kill himself. Suicide.
Yes, that is our understanding as well.
Oh, Papa. What madness drove you to ask the person who killed you to take care of me? All right. Anyway, that's the information I wanted to share with you. Even if it did sound like I was just complaining towards the end.
It's alright. I thought I pointed this to you.
Thanks. You two should go and rest. This was quite a day after all.
Yeah.
Please, relax and get some sleep. We will ensure you rest soundly.
Damn, they have an underground hotel. That's pretty cool.
Whether it be responsibility for Spina di Rosula or Master Callus's death, it all landed on Demoiselle's shoulders so suddenly. This won't do. I must become stronger.
Okay, why do you only say that? Come on, man. Maybe you are the one. Just kidding. I'm not gonna accuse. Yeah, it's really bad because this is like the main team here in Fontaine, you know. Accusing someone without baseless fact. So I'm gonna let the story play out here. Oh god, where's my hotel? Do I really die if I fall down here? Okay. I'm still safe. Alright, so I'm still safe. How the hell? Oh. Oh no. Well, good to have a teleportation waypoint here. Wait just a minute. Right, back to the game. Yeah, it's pretty the same as like the Fontaine. It's also very elevated, very structured like that.
Paimons, huh? Navia? Where did the other two go?
I sent them back to Poisson. It's Spina
Poisson.
di Rosula's place of origin. And where we have our
Oh, so
headquarters.
that's why.
There's not much for them to do here at the moment.
So that's the true base.
Paimon gets the feeling, but never mind that.
No, I just returned after going out for a while. I did some investigating yesterday regarding the name Vacher.
Wait.
How could I after having such critical new evidence appear? Unfortunately, this name seems to have been wiped from existence.
Well,
It
it's
doesn't
dead.
seem to have a match anywhere. I suspect that those behind this have already taken steps to hinder an investigation from this angle. But that does prove that this Vacher person is a key witness in the incident. No. There is one ray of hope. One place in Fontaine that they would find almost impossible to threaten. No matter how much they wanted to.
Where?
That is the archives kept by Chief Justice Neuvillette.
Oh
A
wow.
place where detailed files on all the cases in recent years are kept. If the Oceanid you met is one of the young women
Oceanid?
who went missing recently, We should be able to find some related information there.
Is that the true pronunciation or that's their pronunciation? Oceanid.
So Nervalet
I'm still
contains an archive of case files? In that case, let's...
No, it's nothing.
Okay. Once upon a time. Oh, hello. It's early morning. The truth lost within the rain. Wait. I didn't expect to actually find some primo gems here. To be honest, I didn't expect this. I actually collected the primo gems just to desperately get Linnae. Right. There's some world quest. Probably gonna do that later on. Oh. On the stage, behind the stage. Publishing house. Fontaine. Okay. What? Oh. Right here?
Palais is right up ahead. Come on.
Oh, so this is where they live. Yeah, why would I explore Fontaine? This is where Lady Furina and Chief Justice David live. But they have their own rooms here. What?
Halt! Please state your business here. The Chief Justice is presently occupied with official matters.
How do you know that's it? How do you... Oh wait, maybe there's a label on the door, but seriously. How do you know that that's immediately his door?
This place does look pretty heavily guarded. Guess that...
Hey, don't you recognize us?
Huh? Who are you? Just to be clear, I don't care who you are or who you might be related to. Our rules make no exceptions.
See? They've got great discipline, too.
True.
Yep. I'm uncontent. If you're here just to crack jokes, I can point you towards the exit. Unlike some, we're busy. So please leave if you don't have a reason to be here.
No. What I meant to say is, shouldn't you remember us from a few days ago? We were at the trial of the great magician Linny.
Oh, yes, I remember. I read about it in the Steambird. You must be Linny's attorneys. It's all coming back to me now.
We're here today to report and archive some information on a follow-up case.
Huh. Is that even a thing?
Of course. Don't worry. We're here on official business. You can trust us.
All right then, I'll let you
Oh,
through.
okay.
The Chief Justice is just inside.
Well, that's
Thanks so
easy.
much.
Thank you, Navia. Right, thank you.
Please come in.
Oh. Whoa! Damn. Hello.
Sorry to barge in, Monsieur Nervalet.
Nervalet.
We lied to get in because we didn't know any other way.
Wait, that's actually a lie?
It's all right. Please let me know how I may be of assistance to you.
Aw.
So you're not mad at him?
Come on.
For a man called Vache.
No need for
He may have been
Philippine.
an eyewitness in the serial disappearances case. If we can find him, we may be able to unearth some key information on the case.
Ah, I see. In that case, please wait here.
In that case.
while I browse through the files.
Get it? You know, we're finding some case, and it's actually in that case. God damn it. Never gonna go with Sino jokes. God damn it, now it's Sino influenced my sense of humor. But it's actually pretty bad. I'm not good at sense of humor.
Nervalet would be so easy to talk to.
Okay, finding some legal files. Ooh, handsome man.
Unfortunately, I'm quite certain that no one by the name of Vache has been involved in any case, criminal or civil, in the past several years. There are no records of him either in the files or in my
Hi. Well, so we're back to square one.
Traveler, what if it was really just a dream?
Is that so? All right then. Thank you so much, Monsieur
Ahem.
That's it.
Miss Navia, I can understand how you feel.
Oh yeah, I guess I would.
Your father, Callus, was a truly exceptional man. We deeply regret his passing.
And what are you trying to say, Monsieur Neuvillette?
So she's really getting pissed if her father's actually being mentioned.
Are you trying to console me? Extend your sympathy? Or just express some tendril of regret? No. You are not trying to do any of that. I can hear it in your voice. There's no emotion behind your words. You only said those things because you felt like you should. It's just like last time. After my father took his place in the duelist ring, I pushed through the guards to talk to you as a last resort. You even told me then that you thought there was something fishy with the case, yet you still allowed the duel to go ahead. In your eyes, the value of a human life is nothing compared to those cold laws you hold so dear. If you truly regret my father's death, then why didn't you call a stop to the duel? Why didn't you give me the power to stop him from throwing his life away? Why did you just let him die, despised and hated by all? Everything was hanging on a thread at that moment. Just the tiniest effort could have changed everything. There are still so many things I never got to tell him. So many questions he still owes me answers to. If you really have no heart, then just look me in the eyes. I, Navia, will show you the true meaning of regret.
I'm sorry, Miss Navia.
You and my father are truly alike. You keep all kinds of things in your heart and never say a word to anyone. It's not so much that you can't feel, but that you would never express anything. Oh well. In any case, everyone already knows full well the apathy of the Chief Justice. My apologies for taking my emotions out on you, Monsieur Chief Justice. Let's go, Traveler and Paimon.
Aw, that's very heavy.
Navia,
I'm fine. Rain.
Oh no.
It's raining.
you're right. Wasn't it still sunny when we went into the building? And there shouldn't be any active trials today. How strange.
Now that I think of it, on the day my father was convicted of murder, it was also raining.
What is it? Did you think of something?
Your father's case. Was he outside when it happened?
Yeah, he was outside. It was uncovered and the rain could fall there. Why? Do you think the rain could have affected the crime scene?
Wait.
That thought has occurred to us before. We've even expanded the search area to try to account for that, but didn't find anything of value.
But there's something you didn't know at the time.
Wait. You don't mean...
The fact that people can be turned into water.
So you're saying that the true murderer could have been turned into water? And
Oh,
then got
wow.
washed away with the rain? Yeah. And if that's what had happened, then no one would have believed your dad, even if he explained what he saw to the authorities.
I really think I found a true
Damn.
genius for a partner. You're completely right. How did I not connect the dots earlier? All right, let's go to Poisson. With this new lead in mind, we'll get to the bottom of my father's case for sure.
Yeah, we're gonna make progress for sure this time.
Do you want to go with me now? Or do you want to head over by yourself later?
Let's go. We should go while the idea is still fresh.
Great. Let's go then.
I love how automatically the teleport places actually go in this story quest. It's something I already observed. Oh, by the way. First kill! Woo! Oh, no. Well, that's my first hunt. Alright. So this is the actual base. Hassan. It's true though.
Whoa, what a huge ship!
Yeah, that's my also reaction too.
Like this.
There's no need to be so surprised. While it may look like a ship, it's actually Spina di
actually
Rosula's
scrap.
headquarters. My father was the one who asked for it to be built like this. Perhaps our taste in exterior design is the only thing we occasionally had in common. A gigantic and glamorous ship embodies discovery, opportunity, ambition, and
that's the meaning
conquest.
of art.
It symbolizes Spina di Rosula's bright and limitless future.
I'm starting to get why you like it.
Paimon thought you were bluffing when you said Paimon was confused why a group with such a history would live in the sewers. But now that Paimon has seen this ship for herself...
Yeah, there's actually been meaning. Shut up.
Poisson is where Spina di Rosula began, after all. It's our main base, our home.
I see. Alright. Alright, so no teleportation. Yeah, this place is so huge too. I mean, if you watch my past stream, my past video, you see guys that I did explore this already. So yeah. Oh, there might be Hydroculus. It always rains in Fontaine, so they really think the Hydro Dragon is actually Chief Justice Neoville. Like, yeah, it rained once, but this time it actually rained after we got out. It also rained when her father died, after her father was convicted of murder, and the murderer, I guess, was washed away. It all makes sense. Hello, Bernard?
Malus, we're back!
Malus, where is Bernard?
Apologies for the wait. You said before that you still had some business at the...
About that. It's because my partner here reminded me of something really important. You see, what if my father's case had something to do with water from the primordial sea? You still remember, right, Malus? On that night, it was raining?
Yes, the case was quite similar to that of Mr. Linney's. Both were what you'd call impossible murders.
Could the mastermind be the same person?
Could you tell us a bit more about what happened before?
Yeah, of course. Many years ago,
Synth.
something called synth began to gain popularity in Poisson. At a glance, it was a kind of drink that could excite your mood and produce many pleasant hallucinations.
It's a drug.
Wait! Didn't that guard guy who turned into water also mention that the primordial water could be used to produce some kind of potion?
Yes, he did. Considering what we know now, it's almost certain that synth is created using water from the primordial sea. If you drink synth for an extended amount of time, you'll suffer many side effects, such as losing the ability to focus or control your emotions. And if you were to stop drinking it completely, you'll experience flashes of paranoia
Jesus
and anxiety,
Christ.
while lacking energy to do anything. It's an extremely dangerous substance. As he oversaw Poisson, my father was compelled to put a stop to synth abuse and called for a complete ban of it.
Boss's uncompromising attitude incurred the synth vendor's wrath, but no matter how much they threatened or bribed him, he refused to yield. Not only that, Boss became determined to find the mastermind behind the synth operation and put an end to the problem once and for all.
Yes, but the enemy was very cunning. So he could never get anything out of the dealers, all of whom only sold the stuff and weren't privy to the rest of the operation. Recognizing that, my father decided to contact the dealers in secret and cultivate personal relationships with them. Finally, he was able to convince someone to become his informant. The man's name was Jacques. He
Jacques.
felt greatly ashamed about his
Jacques.
work after seeing many families destroyed by synth abuse. That night, my father hosted a banquet at his countryside estate. He planned to meet up and exchange information with Jacques over some food. But then, we heard 2 gunshots from the courtyard. We raced to the scene and found my father, still holding a gun, and Jacques, who was already dead on the ground.
So why though? How did it happen?
Sounds just like Lenny's case, doesn't it? In both cases, the culprit seemed obvious, but neither appeared to have any motive at all.
That's actually kind of quick. Like, how did...
Back on it, though, I now believe the most important clue was something we all overlooked at the time. There were pieces of clothing left at the scene.
So they could have belonged to someone who got
Precisely.
sold?
It's all thanks to you that I made the
The
connection.
water of the primordial
Back
sea.
then, we all just thought they were some costumes that Jacques used to disguise himself at the banquet.
We all just there thought that there were some costumes.
But, considering it now, it's almost certain that they belong to a third person at the scene.
Ah.
One extra person will also need to reconsider why the 2 shots were fired.
Maybe her father got in an argument with Jack, but it's also possible the third person was to blame.
You're right. We still don't know what happened. But my intuition tells me that we're on the right track to figuring it all out. I'm finally headed towards the truth.
For some reason, why do you think that this Navia, it feels like this is her story, Chris?
Jacques was an empathetic man who was infinitely remorseful for his past actions. It's unlikely that he turned on Boss with zero warning. I think this third person is probably the key to the full truth. On that note, however, even though this will not please you, demoiselle, as your and your father's butler, I must still offer a word of warning. Our opponent is insidious and cruel. They are extremely difficult to deal with, and Boss has already lost his life trying to bring them to justice.
Why is the piano so loud?
Even though Spina de Rosula has lost most of its former glory, Poisson has welcomed a new time of peace, and we have been allowed to live out our lives. There is no need to follow your father's path. It would be both wise and in line with Boss's wishes to step back and give up on the case.
If that's indeed what he wished for, then he should have told me that himself. Was I not the closest person to him? And yet, I was the one most kept in the dark. What was the point of him dying without sharing any of the secrets he knew? Did he manage to protect anything in the end? Synth is still here. Callus the Unfaithful is still his epithet. And Spina di Rosula is barely getting by. Nothing has changed. Did he think I'd just accept his meaningless death and live out my life just as meaninglessly? I've never accepted that. Ever. Not since that day, and certainly not now. I want to find out the real answer for everyone's sake. For the missing girls, for the victims, and for myself.
Navia.
This is indeed the best moment to act. Your partner appears to be quite reliable, and more importantly, demoiselle, I think you're also ready to take this on.
So you do know something else, Malouse?
Yes, I do. In fact, even before that banquet, Boss already knew of the connection between Synth and the serial disappearances case. But what drove all the tensions to the boiling point was the revelation that you, demoiselle, had been selected as the next target to disappear.
What?
Okay, why?
Boss also didn't tell you that he had been diagnosed with a rare illness.
Oh.
The doctors told him that he had no more than 5 years left to live.
Holy shit.
And the serial disappearances case caused him great anxiety. 5 years was nowhere near enough time to resolve this long-standing conflict. But once he passed away, all the danger would pass on to you. Knowing all of this,
I finally saw her J
use
vision.
one final intimidation tactic before his death. He claimed to have already gotten his hands on some key incriminating evidence for the other side, and even told some members of Spina di Rosula about the details. But as long as you remained safe, he would not share the evidence with
Jesus
the public.
Christ.
If something were to happen to you, then he and all those he told would immediately expose all they knew about Synth and the disappeared victims.
Right. So nobody would be able to
Damn.
get off scot-free.
Yeah.
As we've seen, Boss's tactic has worked. Even though Boss has been gone for a long time, the other side has not tried to take Demoiselle's life.
No, I don't believe it. He never appeared to look sick to me.
Huh?
No father wants their daughter to see them weak and haggard, especially someone as proud as Boss. To him, dying in a duel and suffering lasting dishonor as the unfaithful was still far preferable than losing face in front of his daughter.
So he chose to die in silence, so that he could protect me.
I'm afraid you're not understanding this correctly, demoiselle. What Boss wanted to hand to you was not a parasol,
The
but a
umbrella?
sword.
The claymore?
If Boss's spirit could hear you telling me that you want to find the answer for the sake of everyone involved, I'm sure he'd be extremely proud.
That fool. Couldn't he have just given it to me straight? No. He might have set up everything precisely because he never thought I'd be able to understand him. Is that the amount of confidence he had in me? And what if I was never able to make it to where I am now?
He gave you the choice to live how you want.
I suppose that's true. With the way he'd set things up, if I had wanted, I could have just lived out my life without a care in the world. But thankfully, he rarely talked to me about complex matters, and thus understood little of me as a person. In this case, he really didn't need to give me an easy way out. Malus, what was the key evidence that he shared with you?
It's the location where synth is produced.
Uh-oh.
Essentially, it's the enemy's headquarters. When he was threatening the enemy, boss didn't share the
Jesus Christ.
specifics of the incriminating evidence.
Is this what...
But if you want to use it against the enemy, you'll still have to take
Trial.
several things into consideration.
Why? If we know where the place is, can't we just go storming in?
Nah, it's gonna be...
You mustn't forget that we're fighting against a mysterious and dangerous organization that's been in operation for decades. There's no telling what might be like.
Is it different from the Fatui, right?
We also have no idea what kind of evidence we may be able to find inside, nor what people we may be able to capture. But a single visit to their headquarters would be tantamount to a formal declaration of war. The worst case would be that we leave empty-handed, but also open ourselves up to full retaliation.
Then, in that case, why not work with the Fontaine authorities?
Oh no, I'm gonna guess it's the Fatui.
You saw one of them dissolve during Mr. Linney's case. We have no idea just how thoroughly they may have been infiltrated.
Uh-oh.
That's true. Seems my father really had no choice. But things are different now. It should be a lot easier to prove the other side's guilt, now that we've connected Synth with the disappearances case.
You sound like you've put a lot of thought into this, Malus.
I am the butler, after all. I live but to serve the boss and Demoiselle's will. I've always been willing to take on any kind of risk for your sake. But considering my relative lack of ability, I've spent my time keeping secrets, performing basic investigations, and waiting for the right time to come.
Thank you for all of that, Malus. Have you discovered anything new in the past few years?
Let me think. One conclusion I came to was that the enemy must be quite familiar with Spina di Rosula.
Uh-oh.
Or at least have an informant planted here. When I announced orders to the organization's members on Demoiselle's behalf, I used to deliberately keep a few people in the dark and observe the reactions of the synth vendor. If the vendors didn't change their plans, then the individuals informed of our orders must be innocent. If the vendors packed up and fled, however, then someone must have given them the news. After several rounds of testing and investigative tracing, I've narrowed the suspect list down to 3 people. The first is Florent. Spina di Rosula's senior advisor.
Huh? Florent?
Yes, surprising, isn't it? He was one of the people Boss trusted the most. Which also means that he was someone who understood Boss really well.
So really understood the boss.
Thanks to his position within Boss's innermost circle, he always knew our upcoming plans and could thus avoid capture this whole time. There's someone else like him too.
Marcel,
the head of Confrérie of Cabrières.
Uncle Marcel.
What is this confrérie?
It's a guild in Poisson. The boss helped it to grow to its current size and prominence. In the beginning, they were only reselling some daily goods, but now they're one of the richest guilds around, with a lot of business connections in the city.
So, they're like a sister organization of Spina di Rosula?
Yes, you can say that. When we were fighting against the synth dealers, they provided us with plenty of support.
It's a really different kind of organization.
It's a bit
the
difficult
Spina
to
di
imagine
Rosula.
someone using their own money to hunt down themselves.
The final suspect is Thierry.
Thierry.
Responsible for coordinating information between Spina di Rosula and the guards.
Oh, is he the one who got mailed? Oh no, it's not.
Although the guards mostly leave us to our own devices, there are still many activities we have to report to the local authority. Since Thierry is always in the know about our current activities, he could theoretically always plan one step ahead.
I see. These are all people who I communicate with quite regularly. To think that the enemy we've been fighting against has been right next to me all along, among those I trust the most.
So anything that the trust.
Almost too hard to believe.
So any personal relationship.
If you want to investigate them, please take every precaution to not alert the quarry. Judging from our experience, the enemy is extremely cautious.
Of course.
Uh-oh.
And thank you, Malus.
You're too kind, my lady. And before I forget, proving Boss's innocence would also mean clearing him of blame in Jacques' death. After that incident, Jacques' wife and daughter were taken into the Spina's care. They still live in Poisson today. If it might help, you could also pay them a visit. I can make the necessary arrangements.
Oh, thank you so much.
A new case awaits, my dear partner.
Give it to
We
me.
can work together to uncover the truth.
Alright, here it goes. The investigation starts. Water of the case record. Alright then. Visit Jacques' family. Really, they're still living here despite their father actually killed them. Well, quote unquote killed.
It is settled then. Please excuse me and enjoy your conversation at your leisure.
There it is. All of the primordial sea. Oh, only 3? Probably gonna be add as the story progresses. As the dialogue progresses, it's going to add.
Miss. Do you need anything from us?
Hey, Navia's all quiet. This isn't like her at all.
Well, let's not bother her for now.
I'm sorry that I only came to visit after all this time. After what happened, I didn't know how I was supposed to face the two of you.
If it's about that, there's no need to apologize. After my husband died, Spina di Rosula sent us a lot of Mora and support.
Geovision.
I understood your guilt and apology to be genuine.
But aren't all of those things nothing compared to the loss of Jacques? I can understand the kind of pain that comes
they're
with
both his
losing a
fathers.
father so needlessly.
You don't understand at all.
I didn't know how to face you, because I didn't know what I could possibly bring as a consolation gift. I know only the full truth could bring closure to you. And to all of us.
I'm sorry. I appreciate the sentiment, but you don't have to carry all that guilt. On the matter regarding my husband, my daughter and I have more or less found our answer already.
Would you mind sharing it with me? I really can't believe that my father could ever bring himself to shoot Jacques.
I always knew that my husband's money was earned through others' suffering.
Okay,
He told me
money.
countless times that if he could turn back the clock, he would never go into the synth business again. He had many regrets, and felt that he took the idea of providing for his family too literally. For the longest time, he thought Mora was everything. So when Mr. Callis came to him with a proposal, he accepted it almost immediately. He tried to be as careful as he could, but even so, he was still found out by the higher-ups.
They found out about his betrayal?
Papa didn't say that exactly, but Papa did tell me that I should never be ungrateful.
Before he left that day, he told me that he had no choice. It was only later that I realized it was his final farewell to the two of us.
So that means that someone ordered Jacques to take out
I
Calaf.
don't know that for sure, but you could say that's the
Oh
conclusion
my
I
God.
eventually came to.
It's all a plan.
Which is why I'm the one who should feel guilty. Callis had always taken great care of us, both when he was still alive and after he passed away. Even if he fired the shot that killed my husband, it was likely in self-defense. It is impossible for me to hate him for what he had done.
But Mama, why is Papa still the bad guy if he did the right thing? Papa always wanted to be a good man. So why did he have to do a bad thing in the end?
Well, things aren't always as they seem. You still feel like your papa was a good man, right?
Yeah. Papa was a really good man. The
Both
best
lost
in the
father.
whole world.
Then you should hold on to that. If a good man had to do a bad thing, Then he must have had his reasons, regardless of whether he left you a parasol or a sword. He must have done so to give you a better life.
Oh,
Thank you for everything you've told me.
They actually have relations
We'll
with each other.
definitely find the truth. The current
Both
state of
personal.
things is not something I'm willing to just sit back and accept.
thank you. I'm very grateful to hear this from you. Even though your personality is quite different from your father's, your determination when you speak is really similar.
You really think so? That's the first time anyone said that to me.
Okay. Testimony from Jacques' family.
I'll leave my husband's case to you.
Thank you, Miss Spina. And Miss Spina's friend.
Alright, now we go to... What? That Florent person's actually here?
I'm fine. Don't worry. Let's investigate the 3 suspects next.
Holy shit, is this true?
Laurent should be nearby, and we should be able to find Thierry and Uncle Marcel in the city.
Oh wow, this should
I'll
be...
get myself together on the way, so please don't worry.
Surely this is not noticeable, right? Based on your
Greetings,
dialogue?
boss. How may I be of assistance today?
I'm sure you've heard about what happened at the Opera House. Someone got turned into water right in front of us.
Yeah, I've heard. With something that dramatic, I'm sure journalists will milk it for all it's worth. And it'll be all the talk for the next several weeks.
It also reminded me, on the day that the incident happened with my father, it was raining outside. And we found some clothes left at the scene. After my partner here put the dots together for me, I feel like we should try to reopen his case. Can you do me a favor and try to recall what happened that night?
Let me think.
Mr. Callis.
Mr. Callis was feeling pretty upbeat that day.
Upbeat.
So he was drinking and bantering away with us at the table. After that, he told us that he wanted to go get some fresh air. So we let him go without thinking much of it. Who knew that we would hear 2 gunshots ring out right after? My first reaction was that Mr. Callis's life was in danger. So I grabbed my holster and made a mad dash toward the scene. But when I got there, it was already too late. Mr. Callis was standing over a dead body with a gun in his hands. All we could do was look back and forth at each other, not knowing what to say.
So you also remember 2 gunshots then?
Indeed.
2 gunshots.
The guard said that the first shot didn't hit anyone, while the second killed Jacques. But I've never really bought that explanation. Reason being, Mr. Callis had left his gun on the
Jesus
table.
Christ.
I even made sure to confirm that before running to the scene. But according
Left his
to
gun
the
to the table.
guards, that doesn't mean he couldn't have had other guns on his person. About the clothes left at the scene that you mentioned, do you think there was a 3rd person there who was turned into water?
It's very
At least
possible.
from our perspective, my father had no reason to kill.
How did he immediately got the gun in his hand
reason
though?
to bring an extra gun with him. The gun he was holding probably belonged to Jacques, or a 3rd person on the scene.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So you're saying Mr. Callis ended up with the gun because he seized it from one of the other guys? But hold on. If that's what had happened,
Well, we're still
why didn't
investigating.
he share the truth with any of us? He didn't even want to face the Oratrice machine, and chose instead to prove his honor in a duel. Did he lose all faith in the courts after seeing someone dissolve right in front of his eyes?
About that, Malus told me a thing or 2. So, I think I can understand why he committed to the duel. I'll tell you everything, once the whole truth has been revealed.
I understand. And if I may just say one more thing. The whole Callis, many people have laughed at me for still calling him Mr. But it was Mr. Callis's
Yeah.
trust that allowed me to rise through no matter what others might say.
Don't worry. I will definitely find the truth. You and all our other comrades at the Spina deserve to know the truth as well.
Okay. Information regarding Florent. So he's creating the background day that case will provide evidence the constantly carried gun in him when he went out.
My apologies, boss, for that last sentimental bit. It's just many.
Okay. Ooh. Actually very far. Set in the city. Oh, hello. Didn't expect this is already here.
Hey, Thierry, It's me.
Oh, now, what brings you here, Miss Navia? I've heard that you made quite the name for yourself at the Opera House.
Oh, so you've got news of that already.
Oh, okay. Hey, I'm also a member of the Guards, you know. The way you make it sound, people would think I was sent off to Poisson because I had done something wrong.
Are you sure there isn't a little bit of truth in that? Under normal circumstances, shouldn't you have been called back to the city already?
I mean, where I work is real. Callus did a fantastic job running the town. Building Spina di Rosula from the ground up, and it would be next to impossible for me to find a similarly easy but high-paying job in the city. Anyway, enough chit-chat.
Ah, yes. What happened at the Opera House made us realize that Linny's case and my father's may be related. We're trying to reinvestigate the details of my father's old case.
Ah, I get it. You think there might be more to the case now that we know people can be dissolved into water, right? I was also flabbergasted when I first heard of it. If you want to go through the original files from your father's case...
Oh, nice. Thank you.
That'd be much appreciated. Thank you. Actually, I have another question. Do you have the authority to dispatch Gardamex?
Of course. Without them, I couldn't possibly handle Poisson on my own. Why do you ask? We definitely can't use them to forcefully get more evidence for your father's case.
Well, you see, just recently, we were attacked by a horde of unnumbered Gardamex in the city. So, if you hypothetically wanted to do something against me, all you would need to do was get rid of the mecha serial numbers and send them after me.
Then you think too highly of my abilities. Dispatch, if I had to make an analogy. When you order a dish, the chef will make it for you. You can ask the chef to cook, but if you try to make unreasonable demands, the chef would just think you're out of your mind and ignore you completely. The same goes for me and my Gardamex. Removing a serial number is also not as easy as you might think. There are a lot of complex steps to it, and it's almost impossible to keep it a secret. So I can promise you, those mecha were definitely private units. They're certainly not cheap. So, whoever their owner is must be super rich, powerful, or both. Now that you mention it, though, being in the synth business would definitely be profitable enough to afford this.
Oh.
Makes sense.
Then you're officially in the clear, Thierry.
Whoa, oh.
Thank you for the vote of confidence, Navia. Jokes aside, I'd like to wish you all the best with your investigation. I'll be staying in the city for a little while, so just come find me if you need any support from the guards.
Well, at least he's gonna giving us the information. That's really cool.
I'll see what I can do for you in Spina di Rosula when it comes to guard stuff, but don't go advertising it to everyone else.
I think he's a cool guy. Okay, so now it's gonna be Uncle Marcel. Okay, where is the city located? Right, so I guess we're still investigating here. This Archon quest might be super long because of the probably the trial mechanic that was going to happen. But don't worry, I promise, I can assure myself that I will do it in one shot. Probably.
Hello, how may I help you? I'm here to see Marcel. Could you please let him know? You can just say Navia's looking for him.
Sure, I will let him know right away.
Alright. I live a while, but I will arrive in a hurry.
Navia, hello. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm not as young as I used to be, so my legs are giving out a bit.
Oh, it's all right, Uncle Marcel. There's no need to stress. I just wanted to talk to you briefly about what happened in the Opera House. I'm sure you saw everything too, right?
Yes, I've never seen anything so strange.
Oh, so he's also present.
Oh, you were at the Opera House too?
That's right. I went there with Navia to see the magic show. Who knew it would turn into a whole murder mystery? I also witnessed your marvelous sleuthing work.
Aw, thank you.
To beat the Hydro Archon at her own game on her own turf.
Yeah.
I can already imagine everyone in Fontaine discussing your exploits over a few glasses of wine.
Oh, I'm a...
Apologies.
Yeah, surely.
It's just how Fontaine is as a nation.
Everybody
loves
loves drama and
theatrics.
theatrics.
Uncle Marcel, you've also noticed that other thing, right? The fact that humans can dissolve in water?
Yes, I was reminded of your father's case right away. Is that what you're investigating now?
Exactly. I still don't have much solid proof, but I can sense that the other side has already begun to act.
Oh, and what makes you say that?
We were attacked on Araneus by some unnumbered Gardamex. And there was also an attempt to get me to drink water from the primordial sea. If not for the vigilance of my partner, I probably wouldn't even be here talking to you right now.
Oh, you're giving us...
Alas, it seems things are heating up again. The peace that Callus sought so dearly will soon become a thing of the past. But rest assured, Navia, Poisson will... If anyone dares to lay their hands on you there...
Thank you.
Okay.
But I don't intend to go into hiding. I'm going to strike while the iron's hot. Do you have any new thoughts on my father's case?
About that. Sorry.
Uh-oh.
Age is catching up with me. So it'll take me a while to recall my memory.
Oh?
The Confrérie was responsible for that banquet. So I
Okay,
was
so
out
hit
and about
it.
the whole time, making sure things were running smoothly.
So I
I
was
didn't
out.
even have the time to drink with the guests. Then I heard the sound of a gunshot.
And the rest was history.
Oh, it's okay. No need to push yourself. We'll ask...
Sounds good. Just let me know if you ever need Mora. All my wealth comes from Callus's patronage and support. I'll spend however much it takes to clear his name.
Okay. If I have something fishy about him.
Alas.
Uh-oh, it's also part. Also, actually, talk about her. Alright then. I'm kind of getting more... No, let's not include in the judgment, okay? But yeah, I think Marcel is kind of fishy here for me. He can't recall the memories. I mean, that's a trope. That's a cliche.
We've talked to all three suspects, purely based on their conversations with me.
None of them sounded particularly suspicious.
Yeah, none of them really stood out as a suspect.
I suppose that's to be expected, though. If a single conversation's all that's needed to find them out, then my father wouldn't have needed to investigate the case for so many years. Anyway, even though we didn't make a breakthrough, let's still compile what we were able to find.
But where should we start?
Jacques' motive.
Right! Flora mentioned that Callus probably only ended up with the gun because of circumstance.
An argument, I don't
According to
know.
Jacques' family members, he
He
already
already
told them
told
that he had
them.
been discovered, and that he had no choice before he left home that day. If I had to guess, he probably received an order from the synth boss to kill my father. Had he refused, he and his family's lives would have been forfeit.
So, Jacques fired the first shot?
If I was Jacques, I wouldn't have fired a shot at all.
And why is that?
Could he guarantee his safety after killing Kalas? Could he guarantee his family's safety after killing Kalas?
Oh, that's a good point. Jacques probably already knew that he was just being used as a tool for murder. And once he had completed his mission, he'd be of no more use to his boss.
Yeah, he's still gonna get killed afterwards.
So, what would make more sense from his perspective would be to turn
Turn
his
his
back
back
on the order
order.
and seek protection from my father.
Seems the third person was the one who derailed everything.
Makes sense. Besides Jacques, the attack from the Gardamex has been bothering me quite a bit as well. It's obvious that our enemy has become more antsy after the secret of the primordial seawater was revealed.
Do you think he knew, even then, that we'd follow this lead to the end?
Given everything that's happened since, it's quite possible. But who among the three suspects would have the ability to control privately owned Gardamex?
Marcel, Thierry, or Florent. Oh wow, easy judgment already? Because Marcel is the only thing I can have Marcel is that he can't recall any memory, and also he's gonna giving us more for supports because I know it always has that because she has some financial problems, but consider he's also rich. But also Florent too, right? Okay, I'm gonna try for Marcel. This is gonna be my hypothesis.
Uncle Marcel? My father did really trust him. And
This is
they
gonna be
worked together
difficult.
on a large number of projects. Maybe that's how he got to know Jacques. And with funds from the Confrérie, he could also afford a large number of Gardamex. Still really hard for me to imagine, though. After all, Uncle Marcel has been around
this is just
since
my
I was
hypothesis.
a
This is
child.
just my judgment.
Also, wouldn't this mean he has been spending a whole lot of Mora and energy to fight his own synth business?
Maybe there's someone else. Oh my god, this is huge. Shall I go one by one?
Florent? It is true that he was closest to my father, and thus had the best chance of learning about his dealings with Jacques. But
These are the
as
personnel.
Rosula's advisor, his work mostly deals with personnel and security, so he shouldn't have much means when it comes to finances.
So you're saying he's too broke to afford a mecha army?
Exactly. He can't. And even if he could, I don't think he would be able to dispatch...
Okay.
Thierry, you say? Huh. It is possible that he's figured out a way to convert the Gardamex for personal use.
I mean, he actually did told us, you know, the chef and they using the chef analogy.
I didn't feel like he was lying when he was talking to us about
Yeah.
the mecha. I also don't think he'd be able to keep that kind of tampering under wraps.
Because he also want to give us some information too, right?
Yeah. Had he actually tampered with the mecha, we'd be able to prove it with a simple check of the guard's inventory. If the mecha were taken from the guards, it should be pretty easy to find out when and how that happened.
Who could it be?
I think... Uh-oh, here it goes. Choose the most reasonable evidences. Testimony, Florent, Thierry, or my... Why? Yeah, if I'm talking about rich and money, I always gotta think about myself. Florent, if he's only talks in the personal business, then I think he's too broke that he's out of the way. Thierry too, is also not, so I'm going for myself. Yeah, because he's also about money.
If you think everything through,
That's always my first thing when it comes to him.
Could we be missing other suspects? Malus didn't know about the people turning into water thing when he narrowed it down to these three, did he?
Malus has always been very reliable, and his judgment of others' trustworthiness has been fair and well considered. When he laid out his case for the three, the rationale he gave me made a lot of sense as well. The suspect is knowledgeable about the Spina's internal affairs, has the means to dispatch the mecha to assassinate us, and possesses significant intellect and foresight.
Am I actually hearing something? I hear some mecha walking, and why the guard out there is just run.
Even if I don't want to believe it, I'm starting to see how things could all tie back to Uncle Marcel.
This is actually more. It's actually more hurtful because it's actually one of your family members.
We still have another trump card on top of all the theorizing and speculating.
The Sin production base.
Malus did say that charging straight in there would be extremely risky. But we don't have any other options right now. We need far more solid proof before we can hope to go charging in on our enemy.
Navia, here you are. I've been looking for you.
Huh? Aren't you the guy?
Yeah. News came from Irenaeus just after you left.
Nani?
We've got another trial on our hands.
Wasn't that place built specifically for holding trials? What?
I know. But they said the person they're putting on trial is a paternal harbinger called Tartaglia.
Wait, child!
What? Is that someone you know?
Yeah!
We know him. Maybe even a little too well.
Well, he's been accused of being the true culprit behind the serial disappearances case.
What the fuck? Who?
It's absurd, don't you think?
Wait, how?
How?
None of our investigations have had anything to do with him.
Don't tell us. Please don't tell us to hide your Archon
That's
again.
what I thought was strange about it, so I came to tell you the news right away. If the charge against him stands, then it'll be next to impossible to get the guards to support any of our planned investigations.
Yeah.
Right. Because they'll think they've already found the culprit.
Yeah. And it'll be a lot harder than to clear Mr. Callus's name.
Good job, Thierry.
I understand. Well, partner,
I think we should watch it.
what do you think we should do? We still haven't found any conclusive evidence.
Let's split up.
Huh? Split up? What do you mean?
You can go to Erinias, while I'll go to investigate that place. I'm confident with my abilities.
Just as expected of my partner. Since this is a trial about the serial disappearances case, the culprit's attention will be focused on Erinias.
Oh, nice.
Leaving his home base wide open. You're right. This is our best opportunity. All right then, let's do this. I'll stall them at the Opera House and charge Marcel as the true culprit. I won't have any chance of making that charge stick, though, unless we find more evidence. It'll be up to you to make it back in time and hand the decisive evidence to me.
Leave it to me.
Just like you helped us in Winnie's trial.
Yep, returning the favor.
Marcel, please allow us to accompany you.
I'm ready.
Ah, Malou, Silver, when did you two get here?
We heard that you'll be leaving Poisson and figured that you might require our assistance. It's our hope that you're confident.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
See you then.
Suspect analysis. Huh. Immediately going to?
Navia has set out for Erinias. We should also keep going. The location has already been marked on the map, so let's head over.
Yeah, they're really considerate of giving us the location. It's actually right under here. Okay. Oh, right. Before I'm gonna take a bath first. Also gonna change the party setup. Because, you know, my party is still weak. Lidette is still weak. Lynette is still weak. Line is still weak. Lynette is still weak. Let's just use, you know, my typical, supposed to be party instead. Like Yanfei, Sing Show, and Cookie.
May knowledge guide you.
Maybe we can use this one, but you know, we have a cutscene, but I don't fucking care because originally I always want to put Endora for the cutscene because he always joins there, but now it doesn't matter. Yeah, let me take our bathroom first. Oh yeah. Do you think the sound of my toilet is actually audible? It actually can hear from these headphones? I'm just wondering. Anyways. Oh. Find it and
According to Malou's info,
oh wow.
the production base is underwater. Let's go and try to find the entrance.
Okay. Oh. This is the entrance. Okay. Interesting. Alright. It's actually cool. Teleport on the water. Damn. They actually put a lot of this entrance, eh? Oh.
Finally found it. So this is the entrance that leads to the synth production base.
So we can actually speak underwater.
Seem out of the ordinary at all.
So Paimons can speak. Oh, maybe because of the power of the hydro element. And also, why Paimon's now confident in underwater? I thought she's afraid of drowning. Well, I mean, we're still here, so I guess we're safe. Well, they don't understand it now yet, but sure they find it.
You're right. An important place like this is bound to have a ton of protective measures and mechanisms. Navia's probably arguing up a storm right now to stall for us.
Alright. Meanwhile, we have a split perspective now. This is interesting.
It would appear that I must repeat my question again, Mr. Tartaglia. Do you accept the charge that you are the true culprit behind the serial disappearances case?
To be perfectly honest, I don't understand your country's complicated court system, or the reason why I'm being charged with something I've never even heard of. However, I did hear that people who have been charged can choose to participate in a duel to clear their name. Is that right? In which case, as long as I accept the charge, I can have an all-out fight with that champion duelist Clorent, right?
So he's also been accused by someone else. That's actually quick.
I've got to admit, that's one of the most enticing offers I've ever received. When I privately sparred with her last time, she was obviously holding back.
Oh, she's there.
Disappointing.
Hey, don't you understand? You're currently the prime suspect for a major case. This isn't the place for you to be looking for fights.
Well, he's a battle junkie, you know.
Oh? Sounds like the Hydro Archon wants to lecture me on the ways of the Opera House. Then why don't you duel me too? I'm the kind of student that learns best in the heat of battle.
No. That's not what I meant.
I feel that she's actually weak and don't want to fight. Because why is like she's taunting us in some way, but when we're actually getting ready to battle or someone has actually been excited, she's also gonna holding back.
Alas, it would appear that communication with the defendant is going poorly. We have made very little progress. In that case, let me explain everything from the very beginning again. The goal of this trial is to determine the culprit behind the serial disappearances case.
That case had nothing to do with him. You've got the wrong man. Huh? What's going on? Why is she interjecting again?
I told you it couldn't be one of the Fatui Harbingers.
They always based on assumptions because of the nation they're based on.
This is the second time you've interrupted the court proceedings. I only tolerated your behavior last time because you were able to provide the court with a key eyewitness. But that was an exception rather than standard court protocol. I can very well charge you with contempt of court for your interjections.
Oh, please. Did you ever think I had any respect for this place's pointless theatrics? We can put that discussion aside for now. I'm not here to argue with you. I'm here to charge the true culprit behind the serial disappearances case. And if my charges prove true, then Tartaglia here will be proven innocent by default. Correct?
Oh. A young lady has charged in and offered to clear my name. How fascinating. Well, I'd gotten half bored to death by all these rules and procedures anyway. So I'll take you up on that offer. So, Your Honor, is there nothing else for me to do now?
You may take a seat for now in the audience, but that doesn't mean the suspicions against you have been lifted.
Alright.
Now then, Miss
God damn it.
Who is the person you would like to charge instead?
That person is...
Marcel. Carlos case records.
Marcel, the head of Confrérie of Cabrières. Huh? What Confrérie? Never heard of them in my life.
Oh, that's one.
I've heard of them, but weren't they Spina di Rosula's sister organization?
Oh, is this going to be a friends to enemies type situation?
Please let me remind you, Miss Navia, that charging someone is an incredibly serious matter. Committing to the charge also means taking on the legal responsibilities associated with it. And if the charge fails, depending on the circumstances, you may also be charged with the crime of making a false accusation. Knowing this, do you still wish to charge this
I'm confident.
Yes, I do.
In that case, I declare the charge to be valid. Miss Navia and attorneys, please take your places on the court. Members of the guards, please contact Mr. Marcel right away so that he may stand trial.
Ooh. After some time, shock and confusion thought stands. So it's gonna be...
Mr. Marcel, you will not require an attorney. Is that correct?
Apologies, sir. It all just happened so quickly. I still haven't figured out what's going on. I think an attorney won't be necessary. This is probably just a misunderstanding between me and Navia.
I just realized there's actually a staircase for this stand.
Very well. In that case, since both sides have now arrived, Miss Navia, please present your charges.
I would like to take everyone back to 3 years ago, to the case of Callus the Unfaithful. Only through elucidating what really happened in that case can we connect all the dots for the serial disappearances case.
Navia, do you really think that I was the one who killed your father? Come on, why would I do that? Callus was my benefactor, and remember, both you and I only ran to the scene when we heard the sound of a gun. If that's enough to make me a suspect, wouldn't that make everyone at that banquet a suspect as well?
I think there's no point in getting into the specifics right now.
The audience doesn't even have the big picture yet. Even I'm struggling to remember some details of that case.
I mean, probably just sitting right there on the court, though.
Exactly correct, Your Honor. I must refresh everyone's memory about that case before I can explain my charge and reasoning.
I see. In which case, I will recount the findings about that case as originally recorded by Maison Gardiennage.
Maison Gardiennage. Based on the opposition account of offense, you can have a statement, blah blah. Right. Chief Justice. Oh, okay, so this is gonna be started.
Spina di Rosula hosted a large banquet in a countryside estate
so this
by
is
the
it.
Confrérie of Cabrières.
Damn, that's actually huge. That's actually a huge call.
During the banquet, all attending guests heard 2 gunshots from the courtyard.
Okay.
When the guests arrived at the scene, they found the primary suspect, Callas
holding a gun,
while his acquaintance Jacques lay dead from a gunshot wound. The guards' investigation did not recover any other firearms from the scene. As a result, they concluded that the suspect's first shot must have missed.
The second
must have taken
Jacques' life.
The suspect did not dispute this conclusion, and
also
also
actually looked
declined
like
to defend himself in court. Instead,
said he chose
to prove his innocence through a duel.
duel.
Callas was defeated by champion duelist Clarand in the ensuing duel, and soon succumbed to the injuries.
Okay.
These are the known facts about the case.
Alright, here he goes. Oh.
The one with the motive to kill was Jacques,
Not my father.
And even so, Jacques still had no reason to pull the trigger. In truth, the third person shot Jacques first, and was shot in turn by my father when my father seized the gun from him. After that, the true culprit turned the third person into water, erasing all traces of him from the scene. Thank you for the summary, Your Honor. Of course, the guard's conclusion appeared quite sensible to us at the time. However, we should revisit the case now that we've gained new information about the abilities of water from the primordial sea.
Alright. Alright, so on the day of the murder, Spina di Rosula hosted a large banquet in the countryside over the Confrérie Cabrera. During the guests, all attending guests heard 2 gunshots from a courtyard. According to investigation, Callas, who had motive to kill, murdered Jacques for his betrayal. Is that really true? Oh!
Testimony of the victim's
Easy.
family confirms that Jacques
Jacques
had
had
thoughts
thought.
of assassinating Callas when he set out for the banquet. Unfortunately for
I'm sorry.
Jacques, the true culprit had already considered this possibility and had sent out another assassin.
Next will be the scene of the crime. La Chambaril. After reconducting the investigation, it sounds that Callas did not bring a gun with him. Moreover, details of a case point towards other person on the scene.
Something's not right.
Oh, it's not Florent. Okay, the Callas case records.
Then turned to shoot Callas, only for Callas to wrestle the gun from him and kill him instead.
Okay, the third person is this assassin. Barged into the scene and killed Jacques. As they were about to kill Callas, they were shot in turn by Callas when he seized the gun from him. The guard's investigation. First shot was on his life.
A pile of clothing was found at the scene. The guards once believed they were used by Jacques as a costume to disguise himself. But now, it is clear that the clothes were proof that there was a third person at the scene, and that they were turned into water after committing the murder. Since it was raining that day, the culprit was confident that they could use the rain to wash away all traces of their dissolved accomplice.
Yes. Nice!
Realizing this, the true culprit caused the hired assassin to dissolve into water, leading everyone to believe Callas was responsible for Jacques' murder. This is the true version of events.
Alright. Whew. Alright. First try.
So that's what happened. Wait, you're telling me something as dangerous as water from the primordial sea has been used for all these years?
What a great theory. It also explains Callas's and Jacques' respective motives. I guess they didn't shoot each other after all.
Mr. Marcel, you are the one being charged with the crime. You should provide a rebuttal if you wish to prove your innocence.
Ah, but I think I agree with everything Navia just said. In
Huh?
fact, there was nothing in her speech that directly implicated me.
Then, may I ask some questions? In my opinion, we primarily need to determine two things. One, do you have the evidence to back up your claims?
I'm afraid not. At least not at this very moment.
Yeah, we're too late.
I may not have the evidence with me, but I know where I could go to collect it. If we look up the deserted clothes against a record of people who went missing around the same time, we should be able to find a match. Considering the serial disappearances case, the guards probably kept careful records of all missing persons from around that time, regardless of age or gender.
That makes sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
Monsieur Neuvillette, I would consider this to be a reasonable investigative direction.
Why do I feel like Farina's acting a little differently today?
Yeah.
She's scared of embarrassing herself again?
Alternatively, she's become more diligent after charging an innocent citizen in the first trial.
This is gonna be like the split personality thing. I guess people are actually kind of guess that she has like a split personality.
My second question has to do with the ensuing duel. If the truth is indeed as you described, then why didn't Mr. Callis explain himself in court? If he had testified that a person had been dissolved, he could have at least mounted a defense.
I've thought about this too, and the answer is actually pretty simple. He felt there were things that were more important to him. The dissolving power of water from the primordial sea is an important secret for the true culprit of the serial disappearances case. My father could have exposed
What were they actually doing? We probably got drugs underwater.
At that time, Spina di Rosula was in dire straits, and his
We actually drowned in the
reputation had
underwater
already
too.
been shattered. He had no guarantee that going
Like
forward
truly
with the
we're doing
truth
some
would allow
actions
the
right
culprit to be
now.
brought to justice.
Well, this event is happening.
What was certain, however, was that it would paint a gigantic target on my back.
Boss once told me that Demoiselle had already been selected as the next target of the serial disappearances case.
What? If the secret had gotten out, the culprit would have fought an all-out war with Espina right there and then. I wouldn't have been the only one in danger. All of us would have stood to lose our lives. Of course, the guards might eventually figure out the truth of the matter and determine that we were in the right, but what good would that do? How can a hollow verdict protect anyone? Had this opera house ever given my father any kind of confidence in its brand of justice, Spina di Rosula would have had no reason to exist. But by staying silent, we retained the ability to deter our opponents and continue the stalemate. I was able to become Spina di Rosula's president, which made me harder to target, as well as giving me more time to grow and learn.
That's actually unseasonable.
And once I have figured out the truth and stepped up to the challenge, I will do what this opera house cannot, and restore my father's truth and honor back to him.
So, you mean to say, your father intended
Yeah,
to
he co-
die in the duelist's ring?
That's right.
Do you have any proof?
Of course. All you need is to ask his opponent, Clorand.
Uh-oh.
I don't need your apology, your guilt, or your support from the shadows. You don't have to do anything for my sake. But since he entrusted his will to you, Clorand, you should tell us the truth about his sacrifice.
So, during the duel, did you
Oh,
believe
Sasha has
that
her own-
Callis was intending to die?
Yes, I did. As a champion duelist, I've fought many battles and taken a countless number of dishonored lives in my line of work. I've seen all kinds of people give their all for the faintest hope to continue living. Some were determined, others passionate, and some even manic and twisted. Just one look and I can tell if a duelist is hoping to live or if they're looking to die. I hereby swear on my name and honor as a champion duelist that Mr. Callis never intended to leave the ring alive.
Since that's your testimony, I have no more questions. It appears there really are good grounds to reopen this case.
I concur. However, Miss Navia, you still have not explained the link between your father's case and the serial disappearances case.
Right?
Yeah.
What she said was fascinating, but kind of beside the point.
The main point here is the serial disappearance case.
Wait, weren't weren't they just talking about the serial disappearances case?
Of course, Your Honor. The two cases are connected via a matter of timing. In my father's case, the culprit intended to kill both Jack and Callis. As a result, they planned to act after hearing 2 gunshots. And at the end of Linny's trial, the culprit also only dissolved the victim in front of everyone because they realized they were at risk of being identified.
So I think it's actually manually controlled? So the dissolving is actually manually controlled.
The culprit could only time their actions so precisely if they were already at the scene. Coincidentally, Marcel attended both the banquet and the trial.
Oh! So that's why you suspected me. Even after hearing your reasoning, I still can't help but find it a little preposterous. I'm used to it, though. You've always been an impulsive and sentimental child, Navia. It's one of your most endearing traits.
No need to appeal to pathos.
I won't try to refute your points one by one, but even if everything you just said was true, can you prove that I was the only person present at both events? On top of that, does a person have to be physically present to control the timing? Can't someone remotely monitor the place?
Yeah, okay.
Know what you can say to that?
Yeah.
I know that even with that, you might still think you can reduce the list of suspects with some further investigations, until I'm the only one left on the... Alas, who won't feel at least a little hurt by an accusation of murder from a girl you see as your own daughter? But if I were to dismiss this completely, you'd also think I'm not being considerate of your feelings. Ah well, let Uncle Marcel teach you another lesson. Do you know what the biggest flaw in your reasoning is?
I suppose you're gonna tell me anyways.
It's timing again.
It's timing.
I'm a businessman by trade. From that standpoint, there's no reason for me to kidnap young women. It's a high-risk action with nothing to gain. In addition, I left my home in Snezhnaya when I was young to come to Poisson and work in some trade. My business only thrived when I received Callis's patronage. But the disappearances began before I ever stepped foot in Fontaine.
I do apologize, demoiselle. This was my mistake.
No, it's not your fault. I'm sure he had come prepared.
Is there anything else you'd like to say? Would you like to check the date of my first business license against the first known case of the serial disappearances? You can also take a look at my border entry records, or ask my friends and family when I left Snezhnaya for the first time. Could those records and testimonies do something to appease the unspeakable anguish in your heart?
Seems like she got the wrong guy.
Yeah.
At this rate, Navia will be convicted for falsely accusing him.
I think you've done a superb job of dissecting your father's feelings as he neared the end of his life. But aren't you going against all of his wishes and expectations right now? He wished for you to become more rational, collected, and conscientious, instead of dwelling only on your own feelings.
I love how this trial also loves like focusing more on the personal problems, since they want this like an actual story. So I think this trial also can collect the personal problems to have the audience feel.
Once you've learned to be more considerate of others' feelings and to stop rushing headlong into things, you'd have met most of his expectations.
This isn't just about me, and it never has been. The biggest difference between me and the rest of the victims is that I still have the ability to search for the truth. While that same agency has long been taken from them, the people whose families were destroyed by synth abuse, the people who lost their loved ones to the serial disappearances, and the people who suffered tragic ends due to their sense of justice. Many people's images are flashing before my eyes. I'm sure some are coming to those of you in the audience as well. And whose image do you see, Marcel? Is it a man named Vacher? Oh. So you do know that name?
I'm merely surprised you'd suddenly say the name of someone I've never even heard of.
I was waiting for you to say that.
Nani? A little while earlier, at the entrance of the... Oh, here we are! Alright, so I guess the action only happens now. After all that everything is happening in the court. Right. Anyways, we'll come prepared. Woo! So this is a true domain. Oh, so they also... Yo, this is actually cool. So this is what the abyss and domain looks like, eh? Okay, I think I'm confident. I'm confident in this. Alright, clockwork make us present. I have the first turn.
Rain outlines your fate. Rain cutter. Boom! Invisible evidence.
But the Numiya Timmy. The all in all Numiya. Oh yeah. Not worry, let them time out first. Oops, too late. Well, too late for that, I guess. Spark?
Whoa! The floor is going up!
Oh, it's an elevator.
Is it because of this mechanism in the middle? That guy really prepared a lot of
Jesus.
stuff for this place.
Surely this is like interjecting what's happening in the Court of Fontaine, right? Like, holy moly. Oh, okay. Right. Ooh, they have an aquarium here. How sweet.
Paimon thinks we need to go up, but Paimon doesn't see a way. Let's take a look around. Maybe we'll find a hidden mechanism that'll show us the way up.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna go underwater. Yep. Variability, thank you very much. See, even the sound design also changes when you're underwater. Activate. Oh. Oh. Sucking? Is that a current? Oh, Oh, nice. Oh my god.
Now we can swim to the top. But this is still a ways away from where we need to go.
Okay, I know. You have to go to the other side. Okay, clock Omega. Alright, let's try this. Onya! It's true!
Out of my way!
It actually is true.
Let me weave you a birth.
That actually is true. Using the pneumonia omnia mechanic, it actually makes the enemies disabled. Right, they're destroyed. Dead. Boom. Oh, not yet done, eh?
Witness the power of Gugwa. Wrap up the flame.
God damn it, I forgot. Well, I think Yankee is pretty strong though, so I guess I'm confident in this ability.
Incinerate.
22,000! Alright, that's pretty strong for me. Right? Submerge ourselves. Good thing the gears are actually strong in here. Oh. Just a submersion from the water to activate it.
Now the path is clear. Let's go.
I like how the clear is still. I like how the clear is still this environment is after being submerged into water. Jesus, how do the people of Fontaine actually know how to dive? Surely they have like diving suits, right? Actually, dive this deep. Ooh. Okay. I have a fast energy recharge though. Maybe because of the weapon am I using? Pressing the sire. Whoa. That's actually cool. Thanks for letting us. Alright, still using the Omnia.
Let me weave you a burst. I'll settle this. Boom boom!
Yeah, my energy reaches actually charge fast.
Rain outlines your fate. Time for your arraignment. Incinerate.
If they get disabled. What? The enemies.
Motion to compel. This way. Out of my way. Witness
Dead.
the power of Gugwa. Water jet.
That's actually cool.
Inadmissible evidence.
Jesus. Iron is actually pretty strong. Oh, we're gonna dive once again. Whoa.
After all that, we finally made it to the innermost sanctum. Though, as expected, the mastermind isn't here.
If I'm mistaken, he's being charged by Navi as we speak.
That's right.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking. So this is what's happening during the trial. Oh.
What's all this? Pink accessories, a hair tie, a necklace, even a makeup box.
Huh? That's weird. There's a name too.
Oh, Paimon sees it too, but why are all these cute things labeled with different girls' names?
They probably belong to the victims.
You mean the girls from the serial descendant?
Jesus.
They were turned into all the boxes of things. These names.
Jesus Christ. The missing person's possessions. Jesus Christ. Oh fuck. I actually forgot about that. What is this? A pool?
Oh, look! There's an important looking basin over
Oh my
here.
god, what the hell?
It's full of water.
That must be the water from the Primordial Sea.
This is where they make
Oh!
all this synth. And that special water is the main ingredient. If you dilute it with normal water, you'll get synth. But the pure stuff can dissolve a human. Paimon will take notes on this.
Can we actually use the camera? Because pretty sure that's actually the more evident thing, right? I'm just gonna take.
Let's see what's written here. Callus. Navia's father. Oh, this seems to be an investigation report on him.
It's probably related to his and Jacquet's case.
Yep. It's about finding someone to assassinate Jacques and Callus because of a lack of confidence that Jacques himself would go through with it.
Yes.
The existence of the third person, right?
Yes. Is there anything else?
We still have not determined the exact content of the key information Callus has passed on to certain members of his organization. The old dog's a real menace to deal with.
The old dog?
If he abides by the promise he's made to us,
Ooh.
still have the upper hand.
So he knows everything.
He wants to make our lives miserable.
Ooh.
The only option left is to remove him from the picture entirely. I concur. Let's send someone to kill him. He won't declare war as long as we don't touch Navia. Oh, seems like we've got a bunch of correspondence between the higher-ups.
They planned this well in advance.
They're all just so
They're actually so. Yeah, it's really actually predicting. Like, they know every single move that they're going to make. Right, what else is here? Well, let's investigate this experiment bottle.
What's this over here? Looks like some kind of experiment number 16 aims to verify Jacob Ingold's research conclusions on the primordial sea and use his theory as a foundation to achieve a breakthrough. The experiment was a failure. No individual managed to resurface from the water from the primordial sea. Female specimens 22, 23, and 24 were dissolved.
Oh no, Paimon's getting failed. Oh my god, how many? With all those 3 years. No one will manage to resurface from the water. Oh no. Calm down, Paimon.
Sorry, traveler. Paimon will try her best. It's just, how can someone write something that terrible in such a matter of you read the rest? Paimon's too scared to keep going.
I mean, okay. The goal of the researcher is to save his lover, a woman called Vignere, who was to solve.
So that's why he did all of these experiments.
Jesus.
Wait, did he really think he'd be able to find a way just by dissolving people over and over? That's just insane!
There's another name here. Vacher.
Huh? Isn't that the name you heard by the fountain? Paimon thought he was an eyewitness in the serial disappearances case.
No, he is the researcher.
You mean Vacher
Oh
is
my
the one who
god.
did all of these experiments?
Yeah, he signed off on a bunch of the experiment reports. The voice I heard for the fountain was probably Vignere.
So that's it. Vacher was no victim, but personally took his lover, and no, that's not it either.
No.
If that's the case, why would he want people to resurface from the water?
There must be more than this than meets the eye. Damn. Jesus, that's a plot twist. A revelation.
Whoa. There's so much synth here. And so many bottles of ingredients that probably just contain the waters of the primordial sea.
Oh my god, this actually is.
Mixing in progress. Ready to drink?
Damn.
Stock sample? Huh. They've also got all the synth pretty clearly labeled. Whoa, there's even fruit-flavored synth?
Okay, well that definitely proves that this is where they produce synth. The synth. Alright.
We've looked at almost everything here, and it seems like our theories were spot on. But
Who really is this Vacher?
we haven't found anything that reveals his true identity. No wonder even Neuvillette wasn't able to find anything. Whoever
It's gonna be the assassin or it's...
to do with that name a long time ago.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's neither he's also... No. There's someone sent him too, so probably Vacher also did that. Marcel?
That way, even if we bring all this back to the opera, we won't be able to identify the true culprit.
Clever. Or maybe not clever enough. Let's look again. Okay, what's more?
You take that side and Paimon will take this side. Check everything carefully. We'll find something for sure.
Alright. Alright, better sure not to get shocked.
Nothing at all. And Paimon can't even find snacks either.
Paimon, I found it.
Really? What Paimon see?
This is the book.
Vignere.
Vignere, the Vacher's love.
Then you found her diary.
Hmm.
See? Aw. It's just a normal diary chronicling their love story. She was so sweet too. Oh,
Take a look at
Paimon
this
feels
page.
even worse for her now.
She made a list of baby names. Ludis. What? Oh my
So
god.
many. A whole page's worth. But
It's even in the Tevat language.
was she on the final name she decided on was Marcel.
What is Marcel?
But Marcel's pretty old. Has this case been going on for so long that he's Vacher and Vigniere's grown son?
I figured it out. Let's go, Paimon. Hey, we still have another to investigate, right? Oh shit. Hey.
And
we did
whose
one.
image do you see?
I see. I knew it. It's actually interjecting between the events that we're
Is
doing.
it a man named
Vacher. Okay, here it is. Is he Vacher or is he the son of Vacher and Vignere?
I was wicked.
Here it goes.
As expected of my partner. I just knew you'd return in the nick of time.
Just how often do you intend to flout the rules of this court?
Okay, he's seriously pissed.
It's all right, Monsieur Neuvillette. Given their confidence, I expect they've found the crucial evidence.
What you say you've never heard of Vacher? There it goes. Yep.
But the
Is
truth of it, Marcel, is
that you've always been Vacher. I knew it! Nani?
that's it. Even the villains in opera performances rarely go that far.
I mean, in all seriousness though, he hasn't had some points when he actually did it, but god damn it.
With that, Marcel's motive has now been established. This information regarding your past also dismantles your prior timing defense. Well, Marcel,
do you know where you went wrong?
Went wrong? You fixated your gaze on the lover that passed away, instead of paying attention to the living people around you. So, you never noticed how we changed, or how we grew as individuals.
You also never understood Boss's real expectations for his daughter.
Or our determination to see things through.
Your determination?
Mr. Marcel, please speak up now if you would like to defend yourself. Otherwise, the trial will move on to the next stage.
Do you really think I wanted to do any of this?
Okay, nah.
To you? What for? Have you ever paid attention to me? Ever empathized with my pain? Ever known how it feels to watch the love of your life dissolve right in front of your eyes?
So who also dissolved?
No one helped me. No one even believed me. All those decades ago, even the officers from the Maison Gardiennage were laughing at me. They said there's no way a human being can turn into water. So I must have gone mad from grief. Vignier's death was brushed away by all of you as if it didn't matter at all. Well, now you know, don't you? Ha! Well, it's too late now. All those who were dissolved are gone forever. You only have yourselves to blame. You set up this ornate opera house in pursuit of your so-called justice, your beloved drama, while turning a blind eye to the suffering of the people.
Yeah, that's always been my case in terms of Fontaine's justice system.
Vignere is dead. We promised each other that we would always be together.
I mean, she's still alive, bro.
Wherever she goes, I will follow.
I mean, I could actually take you. Yeah, I can actually take you right there, right now, because she's literally the fountain.
But I'm not from this blasted place, so I can't be dissolved. No matter what I do.
Uh-oh. No!
Hey, is that water from the primordial sea?
Shit!
I can't dissolve. Can't dissolve.
Oh! Oh, sorry.
Can't dissolve.
So she's...
You won't see. I can't go.
I can't
follow. So if I can't go where she is, what choice do I have but to try to bring her back?
I can actually take you there right now.
I did all of that, and in the end, that accursed Callus still got the better of me. I spent my entire life living on pins and needles, only to get stabbed by his idiot daughter at the very end.
Well, at least I actually know.
The suspect is exhibiting signs of mental distress. Guards, please restrain him.
Don't touch me! Don't anybody come near me. I still need to save Vignere. Her promise. We made a promise. Vignere, please, Vignere.
At this point, the verdict of this trial is clear. With Mr. Marcel's conviction, the charges against Mr. Tartaglia no longer have any basis.
Fine by me. I was in a bad mood, but after a show like that, I'm actually feeling pretty good.
Traveler, please submit all the evidence you have collected
all
to
right.
the guards, so that I might review and summarize the truth behind the serial disappearances case.
Oh. Well, that's actually kind of easy.
The man now known as Marcel was originally named Vacher and worked as an adventurer with his partner and lover, Vignere.
So they're actually adventurers.
During an underwater expedition, Vignere accidentally came into contact with water from the primordial sea and was dissolved in front of Vacher as a result. Vacher learned of the primordial water's existence through the work of others and began to kidnap young women for research, with the goal of discovering a method to restore Vignere back to life. To cover his tracks, he invented the new alias of Marcel and began to operate a business in Poisson. During the course of his research, Vacher discovered that a diluted concoction of water from the primordial sea can induce feelings of euphoria, and began to manufacture and market synth. However, as he accumulated wealth to fund his continued research and expanded the scope, he came into conflict with Spina di Rosula. After exchanging blows with Spina di Rosula for many years, Vache decided to assassinate their president, Callus, at a banquet. Although the assassination did not go as Vache expected, he was able to turn Callus into the murder suspect by dissolving the assassin he sent to the scene. And just recently, Vache attempted to frame Linny as the culprit of the serial disappearances case, using a similar method. However, his attempt to frame Linny failed, and the power of water from the primordial sea became public knowledge. This case also exposed enough of Vache's machinations that he was eventually successfully charged in court. Thus concludes the enigmatic history of the serial disappearances case, with the truth
guilty.
To all.
Woohoo! Damn!
The Oratrice will now deliver the final verdict regarding the charges against Mr. Vache.
Guilty! Oh, they're actually there. Guilty.
According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale, Mr. Vache is guilty.
Guards, take Vache away.
Good. It's what he deserves.
With that, the serial
Yes.
disappearances case is over now.
We really just witnessed history.
History.
Who would have thought the true culprit would be such a polite and well-spoken guy?
Yippee! We helped Navia bring the bad guy to justice! He's hurt so many innocent people and now he's finally getting what he deserves. Huh? Are you okay?
Navia?
Demoiselle, you were absolutely brilliant.
The day our late boss had always hoped for has finally come.
Yay!
You can rest easy now, knowing justice has been served.
Yeah. Yeah. It's finally over. It's all thanks to you guys. And my partner. See, Papa? Spina di Rosula's still doing well with me at the helm.
Well now, hasn't this been a most delicious piece of drama? The villain has been caught, justice has been served,
That is actually
righted, and it's a big old happy ending. Since it's been such a great show, I'll just let the false accusations against me slide. Either way, I've still got some business to attend to. So, if you'll excuse me...
Please wait just one moment, Mr. Tartaglia.
I like he can just walk away.
What now? None of this has anything to do with me.
According to court protocol, since this trial was initiated due to a charge against you, a verdict must also be made regarding the initial charge before the trial can conclude.
Oh, come on. Is this really necessary? Haven't you already caught the real criminal? Isn't it time for side characters like me to exit stage left?
Please respect the laws of Fontaine. This has always been the rule.
All right, but this sure is a lot of hassle. All I need to do is stand over there, right? Let's just get this over with.
Through evidence presented in the public trial that was just held, it has been established that Mr. Tartaglia has no direct connection to the serial disappearances case.
Oh, I thought there was actually no more people, but now it's still there.
The guilty party has been identified, and thus it is logical to suppose Mr. Tartaglia is innocent of the charges. We now turn to the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale to render the final verdict on the charges.
Not guilty.
According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale, Mr. Tartaglia is guilty.
What? Huh?
Hey! That's not funny! Didn't you just say I'm supposed to be innocent? What's with this verdict? Is your justice machine malfunctioning?
Huh? This has never
That's never happened before.
The Oratrice actually returned a different verdict from the Chief Justice.
I mean, have you ever heard of an innocent Fatui Harbinger?
Oh.
Do you think the Oratrice might have just convicted him on general principle?
Oh, because of his connection?
But weren't the charges about the serial disappearances case? No matter what else he's guilty of, it shouldn't affect the verdict in this case, right?
Jasmine, the guilt was
the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale is, by law,
what?
the final verdict of the court.
Uh-oh.
We must accept the guilty verdict. Guards, please take the suspect into custody per court protocol.
Oh no, he's pissed. Uh-oh. No.
So this is how justice is done in Fontaine.
Machine.
What a joke.
What a
You've got your rules. Well, I've got mine too!
He's using the delusions. Can I actually get this form of child? Like seriously, I want this. I like how he still has the marks. Oh wow, he's so angry. Oh! Oh, he falls alone. Ta-da! Our legacy. Yes.
I am sorry. If you have been wronged, we will find the truth. But the rules of the court must be upheld.
Oh wow! Ouch! Uh-oh. Who just got bleed?
Hey, Monsieur Novelette, what's going on? Shouldn't they have been cleared already?
Apologies. This is also the first time I've encountered such a situation. However, according to the rules established at the conception of Fontaine's court system, the Oratrice's judgment is the final verdict of the court. All I do is follow court procedure. As for why the Oratrice arrived at the conclusion it did, you should probably ask someone more knowledgeable than me.
Even the Chief Justice doesn't know. Then I have no one to ask the Archon himself.
Why are you looking at me? I had nothing to do with it. I don't know what happened there either. Hey, stop staring at me!
Oh, whoa, whoa!
What does Lady Farina mean by that?
Oh no.
She says she has no idea either, but that's impossible.
Didn't she create
the Oratrice herself?
Yeah, so are the verdicts reliable or not? Can results
Oh,
like this really
no.
be called justice?
My dearest
Oh,
citizens,
they have a viewpoint.
did you really think we'd allow an incorrect verdict to be handed out in this court? Did you really believe that the judgment could be mistaken or be the result of some sort of random mishap? Don't tell me. You thought even I had been blindsided by the Oratrice's result.
But the way she looked just now, it was pretty obvious she had no idea what was going on.
However, given the state of things, I shall give you an explanation. Everything that just took place, including my supposed shock and bafflement, was a part of an elaborate performance, with every action meant to stir up drama and excitement. And, of course, for every performance, there is a script. Everything has unfolded exactly as I expected from the very beginning. As
So tell me.
the embodiment of the very concept of justice.
So you're very telling that he's actually.
Shall never render an arbitrary judgment. If you thought Child had nothing to do with the serial disappearances case, it is only because you've been blinded by the superficial appearance
Oh my
of
god, this is very imaginative.
everything he's done, not to mention the danger he poses, are beyond ordinary comprehension and completely unforgivable. All shall be revealed in time. You will come to understand my noble intentions, as well as the absolute correctness of the Oratrice's verdict.
Oh wow. So she's really acting like the Ojo-sama trope in anime, you know, like the high and mighty god complex something.
Now, having said that, although I hate to leave things hanging in suspense, it is now time for this performance to end. As the lead actress, I shall be the first to take my leave. Toodaloo!
So she chose to make her escape after all, did she?
So you're saying we shouldn't put much stock into what she just said?
She probably just put on that performance to save face. As for the truth, it's unlikely that she actually has any idea.
Way to pull the rug out from under
However,
her.
please be assured that I will continue to investigate this case in a personal capacity. Just as I promised, if the judgment has been incorrect, we will do our utmost to clear his name.
All right. Even though we feel pretty badly for him, we'll take your word for it for now. After all, he's done So he should have known he'd go to
For
prison
Tui.
someday, right?
She really sounds like a bias. Oh, leave the opera house.
Oh, Monsieur Nervalet! That power you showed when you took him down.
That was a good.
Are you really?
I'm the Chief Justice of Fontaine, of course.
Okay,
if
now we're
officers of
curious.
the law lack the strength and capability to enforce it, then it makes a mockery of justice.
Okay. Damn. Oh, the audience still here. I love that they're still talking about it. Damn. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be have like the bias against the Fatui, right? Like I know they are so seriously like an evil organization, an evil group, probably to take out the noses of, yeah. Oh, it's actually interactable. The gnosis of Fossil Lore. This is what it looks like. It's only gonna be interactable. So I guess the rest of the Archon quest will be about Child's releasement, I guess. Okay. Wow. Really dramatic. And also pretty interesting. What? We can't. How do we climb those? So this is the entrance where they climb. But the viewpoint is there. Maybe there's a second floor in it. Where does Furina place herself? Is this one? I guess it is. This is where Chief Justice goes. And I think that's where Lady Furina goes. Yeah, it is. This is where Lady Furina sits. Jesus, it's actually quite tall. I guess if you're gonna use the Geo Traveler, you can actually access those seats. Wait. Oh yeah, he's still here. Okay, I'm gonna take a photo of you. Don't worry. God damn it, why are you available at 4.1? If your power is absolutely beautiful, I'm gonna pull for you. But since I'm already broke, I'm gonna wait for your V1. But now I'm gonna aim for the Hydro Archon herself. Oh, this is an interesting case. Like, it's your typical, you know, the lover's death equals revenge kind of thing. But this one is actually kind of different. Myself. Oh shit!
What are you doing? Quick, stop him!
Nani?
Traveler! Hey! Traveler!
What?
Marcel! What are you doing over here?
Stop resisting arrest! Cease, or we'll add another charge to the list.
No, wait! I just want to ask the Traveler something. I'm not looking to run away. Please, just let me ask this one small thing.
Okay.
Go on. Thank you. I was being led away when I finally realized something. Where did you first hear the name Vache?
Oh, here it is.
I erased all records of that name. So, unless...
Are you still trying to prove your innocence? Give it up. You've already been convicted.
Yes, I met her.
Really? You did? You're sure? You met her?
Yeah.
How could that be? How did you manage to do it?
It was around the Fountain of Lucine. Something to do with my sensitivity to the hydro element.
The Fountain of Lucine? Then she's been so close to me all along. And I just never... Please give me a chance to talk to her again. Just let the Traveler take me to the fountain to see her one last time. This is the last request I'll ever make in my life. You can do whatever you want to me afterwards. I don't care.
What? Give an inch and you want to take a mile? Do you think serial killers get to make requests like that?
Paimon agrees. Why should we give him what he wants when he's only done a ton of super terrible things?
This request, is it worth as much to you as your life?
Of course! Wait, no. It's worth even more than my life.
Humans. Will they betray the instinct to live just to satisfy spiritual needs?
Oh, damn. Now he's gone too philosophical here. And now that they actually say humans, so probably he's actually not a human. And I think everybody said that he's the Hydro Dragon.
Very well. I will grant your request.
Your Honor, I fear that...
I will go with him. You do not need to worry about any escape.
In that case, I shall leave him in your most capable hands, Chief Justice.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Alright. Just for this one fountain, I guess. Here we go. You do know that we've been giving your lover some hydro sigils, right? Oh, it's actually evening.
Is this the place? You said she's here, but what do I need to do to see her?
Back then, I drank water from the primordial sea. It had my sensitivity to the hydro element.
Yeah, and even Paimon could hear her after drinking that thing. Didn't you just drink a lot of it on the stage as well? Oh, in that case...
Vache!
Ayan na!
Yes, that's it! So you heard it too!
Vinier, it's me! It's me, Vache!
Vache? Vache!
I'm here! Where are you, Vinier? I'm coming for you. I'm finally here for you.
Hey, wait! Be careful! Hey, wait!
Vinier, is that you? It's me, Vache! Vinier!
Vache? Why did you come? Didn't I say? You don't need to look for me. You look a lot older than I remember. How long has it been?
It's been more than 20 years.
20 years.
I've suffered for over 20 years since the day you left. All this time, only the thought of bringing you back has kept me alive. Nothing else mattered to me. I must be dreaming. Who would have thought I'd get the chance to tell you all of my feelings like this? Vinier, you are my everything. I really don't know how I could live without you.
But Vache, if you ask me, this world would be better off without you.
What are you saying?
If not for you, I would have finished my law degree and probably become a top-tier attorney one day.
Oh god, looks like they have an undisputed she has an undisputed personal problems.
If not for you, I would have continued to pursue my love of the arts, and my works would have been displayed in the Palais Mermonia itself. If not for you, I would at least have been able to take care of my mother. And she would not have grown old and died alone, with nothing but the tears on her cheeks. It's all because of your selfishness, Vache. It's all because of you.
Oh shit.
Wait, you are not Vinier.
Oh no.
You're right. I am not Vinier.
I am the
The sacrifices. Every woman who died by your hand. As our bodies dissolved, our consciousnesses flowed back to the primordial sea.
Ooh. The music is also getting horrifying. Oh shit, so they're all collected. And yeah, the primordial sea is kind of supernatural when you saw it, so...
Our thoughts circulated endlessly within the primordial sea.
Primordial
We
sea.
were no longer individuals.
But we became one.
Just a
Oh
streams
shit.
of water come together in the sea. I'm Cressy. I'm Lemony.
Lemony.
The
Acine.
only one I am not is Vinier.
Eh?
What? But then, where
But
is
how do you... Wait, so all of the things she said earlier is actually the different ambitions of different girls?
She doesn't want to see you anymore. Every tendril of her consciousness is avoiding you. This is what you get for your selfishness. Your selfishness robbed us of our lives and our futures. You said time and time again that you'd do any and everything for her. But did you ever consider whether she'd want to see you do the things that you
True.
did? If she would despise you for what you became?
Yeah. Oh
I-
shit.
You are a liar, a heartless murderer, and a cowardly narcissist. The only thing you are not is Vinier's beloved. From the moment your first victim died and her consciousness merged with Vinier's, she
Oh.
has had
looks like I didn't meet Vignir back then earlier. They must have wanted me here to lure Marcel here from the very beginning.
Yeah. She can't hate me. Let me see her, please. Have mercy.
You still don't understand.
And I said, don't look
for me. That came from the real Vignir.
Mm-hmm.
She really doesn't want to see you anymore. But on top of that, she also said that because it's her final drop of pity for you. She said that because she knew that if you did come here,
oh shit.
We'll show no mercy to you, Vache.
Vache?
Damn. Dude, this is horror. Drown. Holy shit. Later, the gods, the colors, oh wow. Holy fuck. That turned into horrifying. Oh my god. I actually saw it.
Finally, we have some time to do shopping. Gosh, it's really been a long time since we've been able to relax.
I mean, shopping is just an old way. My legs are killing me.
Well, then,
Navia.
partner, I knew something great was going to happen when I woke up in such a good mood today.
Even this weather can't put a damper on the demoiselle's mood.
Why don't you guys have an umbrella?
It's a pleasure to see you both again.
Oh, hey, Navia! It's been a few days. Paimon's already started to miss you.
Why don't you guys have an umbrella?
Oh, now that I believe. I'm easy to work with and always bring
Alright,
home
Taylor
the bacon.
Swift.
Who wouldn't treasure having a partner like me?
Alright, Taylor Swift.
Sounds like you're really enjoying life these days.
It's just been one thing after the other. I've been making non-stop trips between Poisson and the court since then.
Oh, did you forgive to Cloand?
Everyone from Spina di Rosula organized a memorial for my father. We never held a memorial when he first died, since everyone knew that even if we held one back then, no one was going to come. This time, though, everyone in Poisson, and even many people from the court all attended.
That's actually cool.
It's been the dearest wish of Demoiselle all along.
That blasted stubborn fool. I was right to put my faith in him. I'm so glad I didn't give up on the case all those years ago.
Things will turn out as well as they could have.
By the way, I ran into Charlotte just after I left the memorial service. Well, maybe it'd be more accurate to say I knew she would be there.
Yeah.
And there was no way she'd just let me go.
Well, typical journalism, I guess.
So you know? Yeah. Way back when I first became the president of the Spina di Rosula, she was all over me. Wouldn't take no for an answer. I believe the story was called The True Heart of Darkness.
What?
Secret Tales of the Yellow Rose.
Is that a feature writing?
To be fair, though, it was a really flattering feature.
Oh, yeah, it is.
So, we've been on pretty good terms ever since. She was trying to lean on our friendship to get me to do an exclusive piece on the serial disappearances case.
Oh yeah, she told us about that. She's always been super interested in that case, so
oh yeah, she's gonna be a top journalist.
Anyway, I told her to make sure that when she writes about you guys entering the opera house with the critical evidence, that you both sound really cool.
Come on.
That's another thing to look forward to. We trust Charlotte's skills with a pen for sure.
Oh, and in other news, I also
Well, I know that's
took Miranda
gonna.
out for a meal.
I know that's gonna happen.
Are you? While you were investigating Vache's headquarters, Clorand gave testimony on my father's behalf. It was thanks to her that we were able to turn the tide. I wanted to thank her. I mean, there's also no point in being awkward all the time. So we took the chance to reconcile with each other.
Oh, that's great. Paimon also thought Clorand wasn't actually a bad person. It's always good to have more friends.
Anyway, now that the case has finally been solved, perhaps it will slowly begin to fade from the public consciousness. Oh, actually, there's still one last thing I need to do.
What is it?
I should pay a visit to my father's grave and tell him the truth of what happened, as well as how it all ended. And on top of that, just how much people still look up to him to this day. That includes me, too.
Miss Nava.
Indeed.
Can I come too?
We want to go too.
Sure thing. I'd like you two to share the moment with me. After all, without you, there might not have been such a positive ending.
And in that case, everyone...
Yeah, you're right.
Wow, it's been raining for non-stop? Jesus.
This is where my father's grave is. To be perfectly
Where
honest,
is it located?
even I haven't been back here for a long time.
Huh? There's someone there already. Wait. That figure. It can't be. Isn't that Nervalette? Why would the Chief Justice be here? Huh? Not?
My apologies.
Oh, this is a
I
good
should
one.
have asked before coming to pay my respects.
Don't say that.
Sorry about that.
Oh, I was trying to say there's no need for you to apologize. I wanted to show my father how much I've grown. But still, I doubt I've grown to the point that even the Chief Justice would feel compelled to apologize to me over and over.
In that case, I will stop apologizing for now.
You really could use some pointers on understanding human emotions, Monsieur Nervalette. In any case, why did you come to Poisson?
Song.
Well, ever since that day,
I
I've
know.
been turning a question over and over in my head.
Just
what
what
is justice anyway? There was once a time when I didn't want to believe that there could be anything more important to humans than life itself. Oh, rather than that, it's probably more truthful to say I didn't believe humans were capable of resisting the most basic instinct of living things. That they could rebel against their own nature. Consider certain things to be more important than their own lives. Which is also why I didn't stop your father from beginning that fateful duel. I believe that a truly innocent man would never throw away his life like that. That there was nothing, should have been nothing more important than one's own continued survival. But Mr. Callus proved me utterly and decisively wrong. If not for his sacrifice, the serial disappearances case would have remained unsolved to this day. Mr. Callus made the choice he did for his daughter, for his associates, and for many people completely unrelated to him. And in the end, from a certain perspective, one could say that he did it all for the sake of justice. A justice that's higher than
life itself. Damn. Oh, wow. What is happening to this?
So, you asked me why I came here. I just wanted to say my apologies to Mr. Callus in person. I should have noticed all of this much sooner. This regret has filled me with a sadness that has haunted me for days. That high and mighty chair in the Opera Epiclese indeed insulates one from many important things. Spina di Rosula, thank you so much for your hard work and perseverance.
I'm sorry for being mad at you before. So, you're actually one of those types that's cold on the outside, but pretty thoughtful on the inside, huh? That reminds me of Silver, one of my guys.
Sorry about that. Self-expression is not one of my strong suits.
Didn't I just say you don't need to apologize?
Ah, so Navia and Nervalette. Let's not disturb them for...
Damn. Oh, rain stop.
Paimon's never paid respects at someone's grave before. Did Paimon do anything rude there?
Well, you're not usually supposed to fly on someone's grave.
Paimon didn't know that. Oh no. Paimon hopes Miss Navia won't be too
Wow. She took it seriously.
Anyway, Nervalette is still standing around there.
Alright.
Paimon's really sorry, Navia. Paimon did something pretty disrespectful just now.
What are you saying, Paimon? I don't think I get it.
Well, aren't you not supposed to fly around someone's grave?
Huh? Who told you that?
Hi.
Traveler?
I just love to bully you, I guess. I know that this is also a good for my thumbnail. Yeah, this one's kind of good from thumbnail. What do you think, guys? I also take another shot. This is a spoiler thumbnail if I actually did this. Maybe Chief Justice Neil Vitt will have to do that. Like, I want to see the grave in the city at the same time. Oh, they just actually do. Yeah, there it is. I don't know how to create a good thumbnail. Anyways, where's Chief Justice? I thought he's actually staring at Celestia. Holy shit, that would be very scary. Yeah, something that I noticed also too is how Celestia is very, very clear here at Fontaine. Like, seriously, take a look at that. Like, who will be afraid of this? An actual Celestia, very clear. And one thing to notice about the clouds too, like they're watercolor painted when I first got here, and that's what I noticed. And Celestia's just there, actually just staying in the sky. So it's probably like around over here. Anyways.
Oh, it's you two. Did Miss Navia invite you to come pay your respects to her father?
Mm-hmm. We ran into Navia on the streets today, so we just followed her here.
I see. Then is there something that I can help you with?
Well, it's pretty hard to run into you like this, since you're usually super busy. So we figured we could try to ask you a few questions, if that's okay.
Please feel free. Though outsiders, you helped us solve one of the greatest mysteries in Fontaine. And it would be my pleasure to return the favor.
About water from the primordial sea.
So, at court...
Truthfully, that name is already quite accurate. I can only surmise that Vacher and his ilk only learned of its nature and existence after extensive research. There used to be a special sea on the surface of this planet. The nature of its seawater was rather different from that of the sea we know today. Most of Tevat's life forms were first born in that special sea.
Economia?
You could say it nurtured much of the life on this planet.
I'm pretty sure that's from the book, the Sun and Moon. If I'm correct, I think that's like the genesis of the Genshin Impact, the before Sun and Moon. I haven't found the book yet.
Huh. So it really was where everything began.
Primordial.
It makes sense to call it primordial then.
But today, the primordial sea no longer exists on the planet's surface. What Vacher discovered must have been some kind of special case, or a remnant from a truly ancient age.
Huh. So that's how it is. Oh, you really know everything, Monsieur Neuvillette. But if that's the case, then why would people,
yeah, at least people from Fontaine
dissolve in that kind of water?
Indeed.
Why would the primordial sea,
which was known to engender and nurture life, suddenly reverse itself and devour life instead?
True.
To be frank, that also
why a specific nation?
This world and its laws. There must still be some unknown secrets around the people of this land. Is there anything else you'd like to ask me about?
About the prophecy that has been circling around
that the sea
Fontaine.
levels will rise and everyone will be
dissolved in water.
leaving Farina crying alone on her throne, but the sins of the people will be finally washed away for good. Does that appropriately summarize the version you've heard?
Yes.
That's right. It was Lenny that told...
Yes, up to the present, I think we reached a point where we have no choice but to confront this prophecy directly. Rumors have it that this prophecy is rooted in the last words the former Hydro Archon left to the world before she passed away.
A prophecy? Of the former Hydro Archon? Wow. This is the first time that we've ever heard of it.
Two parts of the prophecy have already proven correct.
The rising sea levels
and the ability of the people of Fontaine to be dissolved. We should be more vigilant and stay on the watch for further signs. Speaking of the prophecy, Farina has also always taken it quite seriously. Indeed, she has been collecting information and intelligence from across Tevat for this purpose. If the rumors were true, then perhaps this prophecy is the conundrum left to Farina by her predecessor.
But with Farina being the way she is, can we really trust her to solve it?
Is there anything else you'd like to ask me about?
Bruh, she just ignored. About Galia.
My apologies. My investigation has still not reached its conclusion. However, I still believe the judgment of the Oratrice was not rendered arbitrarily.
But you also...
For many years, I have been quite aware that the Oratrice does not simply mechanically repeat the verdict that I give on each case. As a divinely created mechanism, The people's unified faith in the concept of justice is integrated into it. Not only can it produce the incredible power of indemnitium, but it likely also possesses other traits, such as self-awareness.
That's actually kind of scary. I think they just rely on that machine to enact the justice that they actually do. Yeah, I don't want to think that it's kind of like a nation bias or something, like the Fatui.
Which is all to say, I've been prepared for a situation like this for a long time.
So when Lenny told us that he heard a human voice from the room where the Oratrice's core is stored...
I was not aware such a thing had occurred. Perhaps that could serve to prove my conjecture. I will add that to the list of items to investigate. In any case, I am inclined to believe that the Oratrice does have a methodology all its own. We just do not have enough information. Based on Farina's reaction, I doubt even she had any idea what was going on. She managed to bluff her way through it, though. The time-tested twin tricks of bravado and drama.
He's probably pissed off.
While we do intend to get to the bottom of this, for now, we regret to say that the Fatui Harbinger will just have to bide his time in the fortress of Meripede. If we did incorrectly convict him of crimes he did not commit, we will most certainly compensate him to the fullest extent allowed by the law.
If you ask Paimon, the only compensation he'll want is a no-holds-barred fight with you.
Is there anything else you'd like to ask?
About my sibling.
Your sibling? Another blonde-haired traveler?
Of course.
I'm sorry, but I've never seen anyone who matches that description. If he ever stepped foot in Fontaine, I'm sure he followed our laws to the letter, and had no reason to appear on the stage of the opera Epicles. Is there anything else?
Nothing anymore.
Very well. It was my honor to provide you with what answers I could. I very much enjoyed conversing with you. It will soon be time for me to leave this blissful tranquility behind and return to Palais Memoria.
You really are super busy, Monsieur Neuvillette.
Crime and villainy do not have the day off, and so justice must work around the clock as well. This is merely the nature of a justice's work.
All right. You've got a point.
You didn't even... Do you have a mention... Do you mention about that our original plan?
Huh? Paimon just noticed that the rain has stopped.
I mean, it's been a while. A slight rain falls without reason. Oh, they're actually gone. Steambird interview. Another horizon of adventure. Oh, those are enemies. Oh, now it's getting dark. Damn. Just a simple drama, I could say. So, I think this is actually just a lore, more on the lore side of things. The water primordial sea collects all the consciousness of all people. It's a really scary part, though. I think they actually have the chance to put some horror music in there, you know, just to feel this eerie vibe that Marcel is having. And that's also, I mean, they have a double plot twist too, I would say. Like Marcel is actually Vacher, and the actual motive of why we were called there to tell Vacher that he's not want to see him because he actually hates of what he's done. And because of the collective consciousness, they also have an intense hatred for all of him. All in, what, 23, 24? Probably many of them. Holy shit. And I think it's going to be the next story. It's going to be Child's story. But, you know, it's already 4.1. So, I'm guessing that there will be some new places here in Fontaine. Like that Fontaine Research Institute. And also this mysterious tower. Where is it located? There. Yeah, I don't see the mysterious tower anyway, but I'm talking about is actually, yeah, that's the Fontaine Research Institute, and also the mysterious tower probably is located around here. Or where's the tower actually? Yeah, that's the Fontaine Research Institute. Where? Right, here we are. This one, yeah, I mean, you can clearly see this area is really closed off, and if you have an attempt to, you can't actually go. So yeah, This might be the part. Maybe this is the prison. I don't know. I don't know. Fontaine is actually huge, so I guess my guess is this is just a prison. That's Fontaine Research Institute. I thought you could actually go there easily, but nope, you can't. Alright, very interesting story. And this is where we offer... Oh, we have now World Crest. Yeah, this is where we offer our Hydro Sigils to... what is she called again? I forgot. What's her name again? Yeah, Vignette. Yeah, Vignette and all the girls who died. This is where they just live. Really weird. It's actually giving them some Hydro Sigils. All right. Oh, Sack 30. Yeah, we're gonna bring them back to life with this one. Don't worry. All right. Oh, I have my first consolation. Picking up the soul from 2 energy to try to... Aww. Okay. I guess that did enough. Yeah. I think that's really done for the Archon quest. Really interesting. I think it's the lore-centric quest. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Follow me on my social in the description down below. And I will see you guys again in the next video. Thank you guys for watching. Anyways, this Linnae... Do we have almost Fontaine? Wait. Oh, Fontaine is not yet ready for commissions. Oh! Of course I'm not gonna forget that. Steamboat, unlock new gameplay mode or function. Another ride of adventure. Oh, okay. Cool. We have another one. Okay, I'm just gonna let it all happen. And this is where we stop the stream. Anyways guys, thank you guys for watching the stream. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.